Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Scratchy Whisper Scratchy Gambit. It's Saturday. And of course, I can only intend for one thing. What time is it for, kids?
It's time for another episode of Saturday Silly Voices.
I think the murder.
You tell you haven't practiced this.
Thank you, Jesse Cox.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's
time for investigations, ladies and gentlemen.
It is indeed time for investigations. It is Silly Voices Saturday. My name is Ebak, and I welcome you all to the show. We've got the little cast with us, as I'm going to switch this over to the screen so people can see what's going on. Yes, the screen.
The scream.
Ta-da!
Oh, I said the scream, not.
Less screen.
Look.
Oh, less screaming.
I am the Gambit. I get to speak as different.
Are you saying less screaming?
No. Never mind. We have joining us the cast.
Put the claps back on. We need more screaming.
We
should be okay.
We have, of course, the cast. We have Burr.
Boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada.
We have Divot.
Hi.
Back from the wars.
Back from the war.
A bit shell shocked, but he's all right.
I'm okay.
Customers, man, they can be violent.
Fuck customers, man.
We have Drifting.
Considering how fried my brain is, I will have even less trouble voicing Eustace this round.
Our token American K.
I am so very EP, but still excited.
Yeah.
We're all equally on this great night.
Our woman in Japan, Laura Petal.
I'm in my hole again.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to affectionately refer to that my walk-in closet that I'm currently sitting in to do this.
As your hole.
I love
We would love you to send like a fisheye photo of the whole place one day, with you sitting inside.
We have a living Russ.
I've been in this hole since last week.
That's one other hole, and we have.
One could even say you've been there the whole time.
No.
We have a Mistropolis.
Master, the wolves have escaped the hole again.
Oh no! That's weird because I was looking back at a previous RPG session where I killed the entire players by introducing the droid as IGOR.
Yeah.
That's great.
Then we killed him.
Yeah, then you killed him. Well, you destroyed him. Droids can't be killed; they can be destroyed. But yeah, I know what you mean. And speaking of, we have our special guest for this case, and most likely the next, ShadowPhoenixRider.
The name's Gambit, mon ami. Remember it. Well, actually, I'm Francisca, but
You should have renamed yourself to Gambit then.
no, I'm not doing that.
No.
I have a brand.
I have a brand to uphold.
I have a brand.
All right, so this is on this day I gather my friends. We put our voice acting talents to many video games, and I have news for those watching out there on the Twitch. I have a YouTube channel now.
Nice.
He's got videos on it.
I do indeed have videos on it. I do indeed have videos, which I'm just pulling up right now, just to prove that I have videos on it.
It's got content. You should watch it.
Yeah, I've got content. I has content now.
Wow.
There we go. As you can see on the
Go there, like, comment, subscribe, leave comments.
He's not
Indeed.
monetized.
Yeah.
Put ad block on.
I'm not monetized, so it's fine. It might become monetized at some point in the future, who knows? But feel free to like, subscribe, all that jazz. Comment below in the videos. You're currently watching episode, today is episode, I believe.
128.
Yeah, but of the series of Investigations 2, I believe it's episode 16, 17, I believe.
Of course.
As you can see, we have Investigations 2 content slowly drip feeding onto the YouTube channel. Hello, Akoda. Nice to see you again. So we have content slowly dripping on to the YouTube channel. of Silly Voices. We'll be doing all investigations. There'll be an episode released every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday until we're caught up. And then every Saturday, you'll be able to tune in to the show immediately after the last episode releases. So if you miss a week, tune in to the YouTube channel a couple hours beforehand. You'll see the last week's episode. Then you can jump immediately to Twitch and watch the following episode again. So, yeah.
Because Twitch hates VODs.
Because Twitch hates VODs.
Yes.
And then after we've done investigations too.
Our storage space, guys. We can't afford it anymore.
Oh, precious.
Twitch took away my storage.
Precious.
Took it away.
Precious, of course. You're,
Amazon's not letting me live out of his
Of
basement
course.
anymore.
of
Stop
course.
bullying the multi-billion dollar company, guys. It's
Yeah, of
so
course.
mean.
Of course, you're owned by a tiny company called Amazon.
Will somebody please think of the billionaire?
Daddy Bezos doesn't want to pay for hard drives.
To be fair, he doesn't-
Live out of Daddy Bezos' basement anymore.
to be
We're
fair,
gonna get cancelled. Quick,
To-
stop.
to be fair, he doesn't pay taxes. So to be fair, he's not paying
True.
things. So, but yeah, yeah. Anyway, so yeah,
We
we'll be
went
slowly.
off the platform, guys. We should probably stop.
It's fine.
Yes, right. That minor Twitch stream.
Oh no! Oh no! Twitch! I get banned from Twitch. I guess I'll just have to move to YouTube. You know?
Oh no.
Oh no!
Whatever shall we do?
It's the libs. You should pay off my book.
Yeah, but no. Just to kind of recap again, you'll be seeing regular content upload. There'll be a video released every single day. And yeah, that every single day there'll be a new video uploaded, not just the Silly Voices, but of my regular content. You can see Star Wars Outlaws is currently being uploaded on there. I've got some one-offs going up. There's the Doom that I did with Connor, aka Scarfulo. There's the you can see my first Gran Turismo, which I did with Laura, who's on the show. So yeah, you can check out all kind of content on that's going up on the YouTube. And again,
Yeah, they did it in a mini Morris. That's great.
a new episode of Investigations 2 upload previous episode of Voices Investigations 2 upload every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesdays. Once they're done, Saturdays will have the previous week's episode upload, and Sundays will become Silly Voices Classic as we release 2 episodes on Sundays of a previous show that we've done. So that'll be probably starting off with Investigations 1. Not gonna lie, but we'll see. But that's it. We have the YouTube channel, which you can check out the back content on.
Yeah.
Because again, Twitch doesn't like back content apparently. Right then,
Yeah,
let's.
and if you
And
are watching this on
after our
YouTube-
this thing of Twitch, you can find us next week over at kick.com/ebackthecast.
No,
No.
no,
No.
no. Perish that thought immediately. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe and the bell so you know when the next upload is coming up. You know what to do, you lovely little people out there.
And leave a comment so that it helps the algo show us to more people.
See, this is why I love. I love doing
Help
this.
Algo or help our YouTube channel.
This is why I love doing this show. I don't have to do any work. They do it all for me. I can just sit here pressing buttons. Let's just dodge over that one.
Gambit wants to know when he's getting
Yeah,
paid.
I'm gonna say, yeah, we're gonna discuss payment later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, on the other hand, be careful because we are like a golem that if you tell it to dig a well, it'll dig until it gets to the Pacific.
True. We do go off on tangents quite a lot.
It will dig through the planet core.
The planet core, now go. All right. Hang on. Yeah.
Oh, look, it's this jackass.
Asshole.
And then there's this asshole.
You missed an opportunity. You missed an opportunity to say, "Oh, it's this jacket a jackass."
What do you mean? I'm
Sorry,
right
Al, I
here.
genuinely thought you were going to say your mama for a second.
What do you
This is
mean you
off to a
missed?
great
I'm right
start.
here.
Sure.
Good news for you, Akina. The Star Wars RPG stuff will be coming up in a couple of weeks' time, so that'll be a regular upload soon. There's just so much I have to upload, so it's Anyway,
Work.
let's get on with the show. Someone please do the thing.
Get on with it.
Again! I went to this one.
Oh God, in stereo.
Of course.
Well, this is what happens.
All right, so would you please take us away, please, Mist?
Of course. You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail for a while now.
Oh, like a normal Reddit thread.
That's kind of his job.
Or like being a lawyer.
Where the murder happened, the order of the victim's injuries, some other things I hardly even remember. But you needn't be bothered, my boy, because it's all irrelevant in the end. Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it.
Oh, by the way, Lemon, would you mind checking on the sound levels as well? Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
I
Cheers, thank you.
Did it earlier, it sounded fine. I'll do
Awesome.
it again.
Fair enough.
That's all that matters in the end. And her sentence will be lighter for it. So rejoice.
Yeah, it'll just be life in prison instead of like.
Death.
Mm.
Because the
And
death
there you
penalty is
have it.
regularly practiced in Ace Attorney. I don't know if anybody remembers.
And there you have it. Feel free to pick holes in it as you see fit.
How can I, when that was barely a testimony to begin with? Also, we have a voice redeem. Request a line for Eustace.
Oh dear. Rope work ahead? Well, yeah, I sure hope it does.
Perfect.
Oh, man. That man, he's a very powerful person, isn't he? He's also not deserving of the title of that man. Are you fucking kidding me? Only one man deserves that title. Sorry.
Wow.
It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. Please, just let it go. I did it. I'm the murderer. I even remember doing it.
You saw a flash of something half remembered, Kay. Nothing more. If you must believe in something,
Make it with the heart of the cards.
believe me when believe me when I say you should believe in your own innocence instead.
But
I'm up against the head of the committee here. This isn't going to be easy. But he seems to think he's already won. Perhaps I could use that against him. Rebuttal. Know your place.
Know your place.
But no, just pieces of him.
Huh.
Or just pieces.
Also, rebuts all.
oh my gosh, you just listen. There's a segment in Great Ace Attorney called rebuttal, and I have a little edit where it says instead of the defense's rebuttal, it says the defense's butt. Because you do actually see Ryunosuke's butt because he's walking around. It's very funny.
Okay, then.
also
I look
just-
forward to that.
Just explain the joke to any newcomers to the show. When we're doing a testimony, generally the person who's done the voice line doesn't repeat the voice lines. They just do gibberish.
Oh boy,
Well,
what
it depends on
flavor?
the person.
Pie flavor.
I didn't mean to press that. I
I
apologize.
was gonna say.
I'm flicking through different windows, and that one accidentally got clicked.
Honestly, I expected it to be like, just they're saying gibberish. Oh boy, what flavor? Pie flavor.
Lemming, have
Yes.
yourself a crystal for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Or a gold star.
Good one.
Hang on.
Anyway, back to the show. Just because she confessed to something doesn't make it the truth. Kay is suffering from amnesia, so any statement she makes should be taken with at least a grain of salt.
Objection. Even so, doesn't exactly solve anything for us, does it, dear boy? And it would be nonsensical to dismiss her confession outright. I tell you what, why don't we just ask her one last time? Though I'm sure she'll just say she did it again.
Fine, let's do it. Let's ask her again. We'll see if she really believes herself to be the culprit.
Huh? You mean me?
Is this what you really want, Edgeworth? If it goes badly, it could significantly weaken your position.
I know, but there's no other way. I only request that I be the one to question her.
You really know how to tug an old man's heartstrings, you know. But fine, ask away. On one condition. If this turns out to be a waste of time, that's it. We'll call the proceedings to an end then and there. Agreed?
Call the proceedings to an end? You mean the hearing?
Yes, dear boy, that's right. Perhaps you aren't a complete muddle hen after all.
Wow. Rude.
Now, just so we're clear, if we ask again, and all that happens is the girl confirms her guilt, she is officially declared guilty on the spot! Yes, that sounds like a great plan if I do say so myself.
That sounds illegal.
That's it?
That sounds like Rip and Rip It, baby.
That too.
That's it? You just declare her guilty just like that?
That's the gist of it.
It's a big risk. He's going to find a way to condemn her either way if we don't do something. Kay,
Yes?
I know it's a lot to ask, but I need you to think. Do you remember anything else about what happened on the day of the murder? Anything that might help us prove your innocence?
Why? Why are you still fighting it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's no use. I can't be of help to you. I'm sorry. I'm too scared to try and remember anymore. What if I remember something even worse? And if I did, I'd just be making more trouble for you. Please, just accept it. The Kay you thought you knew is a dangerous criminal. A criminal who let you down and betrayed your trust.
Don't worry, Kay. You have nothing to be afraid of. I may not have known you for very long, but I know you well enough. And right now, I'd say I know you better than you know yourself. You would never commit a murder. You could never, because this is who you really are.
Take that!
Take that! You're the great thief Yatagarasu, a noble outlaw who would never stoop so low as to kill.
Did that come through?
Yep.
I hope it did. It was a gas.
I did.
Cool. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Because all I can see is the one memory that's returned. I have to face it.
Hold it! No, the only evidence of your guilt is the confession they forced out of you. As I said earlier, you have to believe that you're better than that. Or are you saying you don't believe a word of what I've been telling you?
No, it's not that. You're trying so hard to help me. And you're risking so much for me. It's too much. You have to stop. I'm begging you.
Ah, So that's what's going on. I thought it was strange, but now I see. The reason you're allowing yourself to be railroaded into accepting your fate is because of me, isn't it? Which is exactly what the K I know would have done.
You're a good person, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not. And I don't plan on becoming one anytime soon. Because despite all your wishes to the contrary, I'm still trying to help you. So you see, I've merely been servicing my own ego, regardless of what I put you through. Now, let's try this again. See the good in yourself, Kay. Remember the noble thief you truly are. That memory of you committing the murder, you need to question it with all you have. That's all I ask. So please, do it for me.
I
Remember.
Ah!
Kay!
What's wrong? Did you remember something?
Oh, it'd be like some cliche movie plot if she did.
Bro.
You're in Ace Attorney.
What? No.
Yeah. A cow.
No.
We know she is, but what did you see?
Ooh.
Whoa!
That's
Theory?
mean.
No.
A cow?
No.
Fuck?
Mr. Edgeworth, if you could perhaps ask her for a few more details? Because what the fuck?
Well, Kay, what can you tell us about this cow?
I remember now. The person in the red raincoat, she had it in her hand. A stuffed cow. I can see it so clearly now.
Are you sure?
Are you sure, Miss Faraday? Are you absolutely certain?
Yes, I'm sure.
Ah,
As you can tell,
then
her
this
voice is
court
starting to come
acknowledges
back
the
normal.
defendant's latest statements as new testimony.
Sorry, what? Objection! Have you lost your mind, Verity? We can't accept testimony like this.
We accepted her confession, so
With all due respect,
That's another thing entirely.
with all due respect, Mr. Chairman, who sets various sets of paper alight just purely for fun. That's what I'd call insane behavior. Information pertaining to the victim and her possessions is
New and highly relevant evidence.
Objection.
objection, idiot.
Need I remind you of the adult state of her memory? No, this simply won't do.
The adult
But
state
her
of the memory
confession is?
was.
Gambit
Yeah.
thinks there's just a little bit of strange shit going on here.
Mm-hmm.
adult.
It's almost like I'm the bad guy.
Almost, yeah.
That's some bullshit.
But if we claim her memory is unreliable now, then our own argument is weakened, sir.
Bro, keep to the script.
You said yourself only a few minutes ago that thanks to the suspect's confession, we need not worry ourselves over the finer details. Did you not?
Walk into the trap card, idiot.
Were we to call the validity of her memories into question,
Sorry, I have to play this. Screw your trap cards! I have a lighter!
Oh, I do not know what
Then we
accent that was. My apologies.
It's okay.
then we must also call into question the confession on which our entire argument is based. Is that really the most advisable course of action?
Put that out.
Yes, you're right. Proceed as you see fit, then.
Thank goodness, please put the lighter away now. Thank you,
No.
Mr. Chairman.
You've stunk away the whole room and there's no ventilation.
We're still in the game, but only by the skin of our teeth. And only thanks to Judge Gavel's intervention. It's almost as if she was on our side for a second.
I don't care who wins. I just need
Very
him to
similar
lose.
to a. Oh. Sorry.
I am worried that when we find out what side she was really on, I'm gonna leave the room.
I would say not necessarily, because honestly, this isn't even a spoiler. She's on her own side, is really the thing. Which I feel like is actually really elegantly well done. But I wanted to quick point out that, like, this is very similar to a time Edgeworth suddenly seemed to be on Phoenix's side. Sorry, it's just like, yes, the prosecutors can be fucking good. Edgeworth learns again. Sorry.
Well,
anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, the stuffed animal.
I believe the cow in question is this thing here, Your Honor. We found it in the storeroom and believe it is yet another auction lot.
Moo.
Wait, that's...
Hmm?
Do you know something, Gavel?
No, It's just... It's not what I imagined.
I suppose it is a rather odd thing for the victim to have been carrying. I should look it over carefully.
What you know?
The left horn is missing.
This hole. It looks like that's where the horn would have gone.
But that doesn't look like stuffing in there. But what is it?
Let's take a look at the rest of this toy and see what else we can find.
A secret compartment?
There's a cherry blossom petal caught in the fur here. There are petals on the raincoat, too.
At a cherry tree in bloom up on the viewing platform.
It would definitely appear that this was taken outside at some point. But what did the victim want with this thing?
Yeah, was there something hidden in the horn?
The right horn seems intact. I can't say it's doing much for the overall symmetry of this stuffed toy.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, it moves.
It does?
It sounds like sand being crushed.
It would seem there's a recording device hidden inside.
And I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself? I've waited so long for this day, and now I finally had my revenge.
Okay. Could this be the moment of the murder?
And someone made a recording of it.
I hope it doesn't come back 5 times later like the fucking siren.
Broken plushie data, updated, and reorganizer.
Well, the victim had a burn on her hand, did she not?
She did, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's them right there. Them's the voices I heard. Sure as eggs is eggs.
specific.
Sorry, sure. I need to say, I think "sure as eggs is actually a Britishism. I'm like pretty sure that that's one of the ones that like feels like there's a crossover, but it's actually on the more British side. This was a problem. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I have heard the term.
Yeah. It's an interesting crossover discussed in the commentary for what's it called? Black Butler, where they discuss trying to avoid putting in Southernisms into the British cast, because sometimes there is that crossover. Like Fixin' 2, they're like, oh, that's British enough. No, it's not. Anyway.
Overruled. Unfortunately, we have no way of verifying when these voices were recorded. It's possible they have nothing to do with the murder. If only there was some accompanying video footage.
You got bugs in your ears or something, lady? I done told ya. Them's the voices I heard. And we already know the victim was holding that thing, right? So it's gotta be from when she got got.
I love that phrasing.
Wow.
Yeah, and I love that the mic did not cut you off this time.
Oh no.
Yes, it is a possibility, but a weak one without more than your word to back it up. We need something more, something credible.
Like the mention of the scar?
No.
We need... Yet again, she seems to be stepping in help. Judge Gavell, I think we all know the voices are from the moment of the murder. Consider a moment for the words we heard one of the speakers say. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. I believe we have something that could explain what these words are referring to and how it's all related. Which piece of evidence proves that the voices are from when the murder occurred?
Thank God Edgeworth is actually smart.
For the most part.
He's succeeding his inside checks pretty much.
Yeah.
God, I wish that would be.
Same.
I mean, because he has a logic button.
On the back of the victim's right hand.
Yep.
Yep.
Take that!
The coroner's preliminary findings. How do they prove anything?
Indeed. What on the page shows the victim's voices must be from the time of the murder. Really, game? Really? You're gonna actually make us... Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if this is just because the game is written how it's written, but it's interesting that it's mentioned burn marks. In a normal coroner's report, this would indicate that this is a previous burn, not a current burn, because a current burn would be classified by which degree the burn injury was. But
Which does...
But the thing is, because of the way this game is written, I can't. We don't know, kind of thing. Like, because for a lot of people, for a layman, like a burn mark and a burn injury is pretty much interchangeable, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we've had already 7 games establishing that this world's judicial system is shit. So why not medical system as well?
Coroner's not that bad, but like proper coroner wording.
Echo says, Phineas has a ghost, Apollo has a bracelet, and Edgeworth has facts and logic.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that meme comic.
Yeah,
The
there's
logic
an
button
awkward
also
zombie comic.
kind of explains how my thought process works. Sometimes I just don't connect my thoughts and then I don't have a thought.
Because you need a logic button for that.
Apollo also has keen eyesight. Like, the bracelet only tells him something's wrong.
No, but then
it's his...
Yeah. Still a magic bracelet.
But the button is shaped like the bracelet, which is still magic.
Oh yeah, no, the bracelet tells him something's up, and then he can pick it out.
But also now it unlocked the memory of that picture that you shared, Kay, on the shoot that you did
I know the
with Apollo with bulging eyes, like staring
Yeah,
at you.
that one that was doodled by Shutakumi, yes.
Bit of an awkward zombie comic in the court record.
Excellent.
Take that! Think again on the words we heard. This part in particular sticks out in my mind. You can't hide that burn from me. The victim had a prominent burn mark on the back of her right hand.
And what of it?
Looks like you're going to cause another burn to yourself, mate, if you keep doing that.
According to Kay's testimony,
self-burn.
the victim was carrying a stuffed cow toy, and a burn mark, an identifying mark unique to the victim, was mentioned on the recording it captured.
It's just a coincidence. Stuff like that happens all the time. All the time. Right?
Not
Overruled. I'm not so sure that it does. Especially not in this case.
Because it happens all the time. You can get a burn mark like that in every burn mark store.
Of course.
typically burns strong enough to leave scars are not completely typical, but
Yeah.
I got one for making brownies and dropping them.
yeah, I had a burn scar on my elbow because I got chip grease on it when I was working at McDonald's, and shit fucking hurt, man.
Yeah.
I had a burn scar on the inside of my hand from a visit to a foundry at uni. Yeah.
Burning oil is very ouchy.
It is extremely ouchy, and the problem with burning oil is it holds on.
Yep.
Yeah. Also,
You know what's also just as bad? Burning sugar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like napalm, but delicious.
Yeah, because it caramelizes, doesn't it, when it burns?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's more common injury with like candy makers where they make candy canes and stuff
Yeah, and
because
also-
they have to like operate hot sugar, really
Also,
hot sugar.
because sugar is literally nothing but calories, it burns for a very long time.
And very, very hot.
Yes.
They have to pump that thing to like 300 degrees to keep its consistency, which is kind of like this wet, almost liquefied stuff, so that they can turn it into what they need to turn it into. But if they're not wearing the protective equipment, that shit will stick to your hand and burn.
Yeah, I will also point out before we get on with it, hot glue, as mentioned by Echo in the chat, also not very nice, especially from glue guns.
Yeah. Also, but now because drifting redeemed it.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with
I remember doing my hand in from a soldering iron once. That was bad.
Damn.
Yeah.
No.
Goddamn DT lessons in school. The court accepts that recording may be from the time of the murder.
In which case, one of the two voices must belong to the real culprit. And based on the content of the conversation, it seems likely that it's the one who we hear the most.
Did you get to choose which specialty of design and technology that you did, Laura?
When it came to like doing the actual GCSE for it, I went and chose resistant materials. Yes.
Oh, I did resistant materials as well.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. It was either that. It was that textiles, electronics, or cooking.
Yeah, that was our choices as well. My then boyfriend talked me out of systems and control. I kind of wish I'd gone into that now. Honestly, I think I would have had more fun with electronics. But learning to metalwork was quite fun.
Before I do this line, I want to quickly say I've decided to join Shadow in the franchise we're currently both very normal about, anyway. But that still doesn't tell us anything about the killer's true identity, or even if they're male or female, or otherwise.
I just had a delivery. I got some chocolate.
Chocolate!
Share,
Jelly.
please.
You bring it up
Did
to the
you-
class.
Did you say
Oh,
chocolate?
there's a lot here, and it's not going to the class. It's going in my belly. Yeah.
Chocolate?
Well, I guess I'll just sit here and enjoy my Krispy Kreme donuts instead.
Oh, I got those as well.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Have you got Maltesers? You didn't answer my question.
No, I do not. It's it's Cadbury's Caramilk. That's what I've got.
Ooh, very nice.
Anyway, due to the voice changes, correct. Unfortunate but unavoidable.
One thing, however, has become clear. We are now able to say that the voices Miss Hart heard were those of Miss Ringer and her killer.
Just like I done told you they was.
Don't get sassy with me.
Did I get turned to an inaudible person?
I ate all my kinder cards. The crunch was too much.
I mean, kinder cards are generally just...
They are really nice.
very Moorish.
I did Kinder S'mores today.
Oh. I did salty caramel today ice cream because of drifting.
We can
I'm
say
very pleased by that.
we can say something else now too.
Then let's hear it. That is, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman.
Do as you wish.
Sorry, mate.
Also, he was staring at something 4,000 miles away.
No, he was getting into character and I rudely interrupted.
No, you're fine. It was also my food arrived, so I'm just like.
According to Miss Hart, just before the murder occurred, 2 people came up to the storeroom from the committee chamber on the elevator. The ringleader and one of the auction attendees. It seems this was the point at which money exchanged hands. The murder happened immediately afterward, and the auction carried on after that. All of which points to one key fact. What else does this latest revelation tell us?
We're all
The ringleader was the killer.
Since the ringleader was the auction's sole auctioneer, then it follows that they cannot be the victim.
Well,
Shh. Not right now, Eustace. There's a good boy.
And if they were,
fuck.
and if they weren't the victim, then they can only have been the killer.
Overruled. A compelling argument, but hardly conclusive.
I am fully aware of that, Your Honour. I was merely warming up for the main event.
Don't say it, Gambit. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
There were certain traces left on the scene that seemed to suggest that the ringleader was the killer.
Ha! Then please hurry up and show us.
What is something that was placed on the scene that points to the ringleader as having been the killer? This. There's no way it bled that much.
Oh yeah, of course.
Take that! The killer deliberately left a large pool of blood at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue. It was due to that blood that we originally thought the murder had happened in this chamber. But it was simply a ruse, designed to cover up the blood that had dripped down from the storeroom.
I'm just gonna ask, where the fuck did you get all that blood from?
In order to conceal
course.
the existence of the underground auction, correct?
I hate to be that woman, but like collecting blood from a person when you haven't got like a syringe is actually extremely difficult.
Correct.
Yeah, but that's still where he wants to get it from.
If the culprit had nothing to do with the auction, they would have no reason to cover up that blood. Which further supports the theory that the ringleader and the killer were one and the same.
And as to the identity of the ringleader, do you have anyone you would like to name?
The auction is always held in this committee chamber, with its storeroom located just overhead. So at the very least, we know the murderer's ringleader has some connection to the committee.
Yes, yes. And you suspect me, correct?
As the committee's most powerful member, that should hardly be a surprise, right?
Objection. You're a fine prosecutor, that much I'll give you. But as I think I may have mentioned already, you're also hopelessly naive. You've got nothing, dear boy, have you? No evidence whatsoever. Unless you've got something to share after all.
Do I have any evidence that shows Chairman Winner is the murderer? I don't think we do.
No.
No.
No, probably
Not
not.
conclusively.
It was Chairman Winner himself who brought up the fact that I suspected him. And he seemed confident right from the get-go that he's untouchable. Which means he knows. He knows I have nothing.
Well, Miles, my boy. Time to pay the piper. I've always wanted to say that.
I don't like that. I don't like the implications of that. I'm sure people are aware that pay the piper is in reference to the Pied Piper, and we all because if I remember correctly, the Pied Piper goes that a piper with a magic flute comes in and helps a village with the rat problem. His only request is that he gets paid. He does not get paid, so in punishment, he takes his magic flute and lures all of the children of the village away.
Correct, yeah.
Yep.
That's why he paid the piper is a term to like, hey, you should fucking pay people.
And in certain worse variations of that, he doesn't just take them away, he lures them into the lake.
Yes. Yeah, depending on the retelling, it's either like he lures them into a cave and then the cave shuts behind them, or he lures them into the lake and they die.
Yeah, which mirrors what he does to the rats.
Yes.
Verity, he's all yours.
Wait, dang it! I just remembered something.
I love it when a character has like dialogue that goes like no spaces like that. Wait. I love it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Did you have amnesia too?
No, it's just normal forgetting, sweet.
No, it just don't come to me. Flash of inspiration, you know how it is.
No, the only thought I had died afraid and alone.
Oh. Well, I'm sure someone else here knows how it is.
It's almost like.
Very well.
No, you finish off, please.
Very well. Say your piece. Now, Shadow, say your piece.
Oh fuck! I lost it. I'm sorry.
It's just darn gone.
It's just fucked off.
Your Honor, I forgot.
Yeah.
Gambit stole it. He fucking stole it out of my head.
What are you doing, Verity?
Mr. Edgeworth has made it clear that he won't give up until every last lick of hope has been extinguished. So extinguish we must, lest he try to drag us through the excruciating process again in the future.
Yeah, what she said, I don't quite get it, but sounded pretty cool. Don't worry, Dad. I'll help Gavel bring the two a winning finish. We'll show them how wrong they are.
Fine. Let us hear what the witness has to say.
Would be great if you would validate me for once in my life.
No.
Okay.
You heard the chairman, Miss Hart. If you would be so kind.
Well, all right then. Here goes nothing.
Oh, heaven help us.
Don't think heaven can help you, actually. Because we're way past that point.
The facts, Miss Hart, and nothing but the facts, please.
Look, Gambit's had a jaunt onto the other side. Let me tell you, there's no fucking heaven over there.
That's what you say.
I died in a video game. Well, no, in an anime. No. You didn't hear anything. That's spoilers.
In an anime.
In a video game. I got punched in the
Video
Don't
game,
worry,
comic book, story. Anything else?
Oh. Yes.
Yes. I'm not gonna say what. Sorry.
I don't know. I just have this innate feeling that every time I play Gambit in a video game, I just have to make him run off a cliff. It's not. I don't know what it is.
No, you have to impale him.
True. Or both.
Oh goodness.
Impale
Anyway.
is certainly a way for Gambit to go, is all I'm going to say. Anyway, let's move swiftly on.
Please do, my
Don't you worry your pretty little head on that front. I'm a journalist. Truth's my middle name. Lotta
Pressing X to
Group
doubt.
Car.
Oh my goodness, we're fucked.
That's it. That's the line read. Oh, goodness. That's so funny. Instead of color me officially worried, just we're fucked.
We're
So
fucked.
good. Mwah. Mwah. I love this family.
Look at my witness. I'm going to jail.
Yeah. Goodness. Okay. So the ringleader's the killer, right? Which makes the victim one of the auction goers. Thing is, that don't add up. I count 11 people coming down that hatch. See? Sorry, I've been up since late last night, seeing this bullshit. Then the murder happened, and then the auction started back up again. Now, I had me a look back downstairs right after that.
No.
And when you know it, there were 11 little duckies all lined up in a row again.
How?
Ha! And you're sure of this, Miss Hart?
Sure can be. Your gavel ship. Oh my fuck.
I mean,
Sure can be your gavel ship. Saw 'em with my own two peepers.
I think I prefer your baldness, but okay.
Your gavel ship. Oh.
So 11 before the murder and 11 again right after means I'm bad at math. That's a thingy.
well, that sure got me feeling some kind of way.
A contradiction, Eustace. Do keep up.
Leave me alone.
Miss Hart,
Hey,
Miss Hart, did nothing really change at all?
I done told you already. They carried you right on again like nothing even happened. Oh, except for there's nothing much, but
oh my god.
What is it?
I'm just gonna say that kind of like for doctors, a patient comes in with a main complaint and then they go, oh, but there's also this other thing, and that turns out to be like the most important complaint
Mhm.
he has.
Customers be like.
But doodad, can't have yourself an auction without one. Kind of like the one Missy over there's got, but different. Like it didn't extend.
The auctioneer's hammer?
I thought they were also called gavels. Anyway, that's the bunny. That is a southernism.
That
I
is
love.
so
That's the bunny. I done heard that thing banging and clanging right the way through. Then nothing, just like that.
So the noise of the hammer stopped midway through? Could it have something to do with the murder?
They were just playing Smash Bros. It's fine.
Miss Hart's statement, data. Jot it down, organize it.
Shadow, give me back the brain cell.
aligned.
Gambit's thieving brain cells now, jeez.
He was doing that before, let's be real.
Gambit be the Prince of Thieves. He has to keep his hand in.
Keep out of my brain.
No.
If what Miss Hart is telling us is true, we have something of a problem.
Oh.
Namely, that if the victim is neither the auctioneer nor one of the attendees, your entire theory cannot stand, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ah.
Chuck went up for justice. Eat that, Edgeworth.
See, Mr. Edgeworth, there was really nothing we can do.
No, there must be something we're overlooking, something we still don't have an explanation for. I just need to think. If I can't, K is...
All right, kids. Do we finally have all our answers now? If so, then I expect you to make good on...
Hold...
Hold it. One moment, sir. I worry that it might still be a little early to pass judgment. After all, we have one more matter yet to resolve. And until we do, we cannot claim complete and total victory over Mr. Edgeworth. Is that not so, Mr. Edgeworth? Frankly, I expect you to have raised your voice by now. A loud... Hold it, perhaps?
Oh, yes, of course. And once again, she has rescued us from the jaws of defeat.
Very well. Let's just get this over with, shall we? What is this one matter that still remains?
Why, the contradiction in the coroner's report, sir.
That's...
Oh, hello.
Oh yes, here comes the coroner herself.
David.
Hello. Apologies. I
Sorry?
didn't realize
You're
I
fine.
muted stuff.
It's okay.
It's a different officer because the voice is definitely going to be different because I don't remember what I did last week.
That's
Don't
fair.
worry about it.
I'm back with the witness, Your Honor. Okay, bye.
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 What's this all about? What'd you call us back down here? Did somebody suddenly fall ill? I have a compressor in but ow. This better be good. Did someone else drop dead? Well, I might soon wish they had.
Fucking...
This is the best.
Dr. Hertz? Miss Needler? Thank you for coming on such short notice.
Your idea to have Dr. Hertz speak like EGAD was just genius, Laura.
So fucking good.
So fucking...
It's so great.
Perfect.
It's just 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I'm back. And I thought
back.
I thought all the old people do that.
Yes.
Let me assure you, this won't take long.
She
you
looks like
saying
his
that old
long-lost sister anyway, so...
So are you saying that all old people talk like Banjo-Kazooie characters?
Yes.
Actually.
I'll accept that into my headcanon.
Quit trying to butter me up and cut to the chase, will ya?
And now she's the fucking friend of the witch.
I was doing that of the drifting slime raid. Sorry, you want to do that again?
Quit trying to butter me up and cut to the chase, will ya?
Of course. We summoned you here to confirm something.
What is Judge Gavell up to?
Shenanigans.
Dr. Hertz, this court asks that you provide the unabridged truth regarding the following. Do you stand by your preliminary findings? Can you vouch for their complete and total accuracy?
Grandma doesn't make mistakes, ever.
That's strange.
Huh? What do you mean?
In the course of this trial, an error was indeed found in her report. And so I ask again for the truth, Dr. Hertz. Did you alter, tamper with, or in any way falsify your findings?
That's awful. How can you even say that? I am weaponed, you know?
Yeah, I did actually.
What are you asking me for? What the heck would I want to do with that?
To help the true culprits, of course.
As if I know anything about all that. I just didn't know. I just know I didn't do anything of the sort. Jesus Christ, what a line.
That is a
Then, then that seems doubly strange.
Again, it says, I misheard Discord as Discord, and now imagine this entire conversation taking place in Discord voice call.
well, technically it is.
How on earth do you think we're setting this up in the first place?
The Discord voice chat demands that you testify.
Look, it's not like we could have done. We can't exactly do this with Skype. Skype's a bit dead.
You, Mr. Mr.
I'm
Winner.
sorry,
Mr. Winner, you seem to have turned yourself into a cat. What is...
I just hear the judge of, due to the presentation of COVID-19 sadly affecting our borders, and unfortunately we must do the proceeding over Discord.
Look, I for a brief time when I was using Microsoft Teams in my work chat, I was on board a fucking Star Destroyer, and then they were like, no, we have to have like official Teams, like official.
No fun.
No.
I
No
know,
fun allowed,
right?
Joe.
I'm having currently a product manager on calls every Friday that is on board Enterprise A, I think. No, Enterprise D, sorry.
Oh, bad taste.
Also, that explains why Eustace says so little. He keeps muting his mic.
So, I wanted to assure you, Your Highness, that I'm not a cat.
Your Honor, I'm not the cat. I'm ready to proceed. I got my assistant working on it.
So, are you saying that a cat murdered the victim?
Yes.
That
Cats.
was the best. That was the best thing about lockdown. Just seeing everybody's cat.
Yeah.
Have you read the line by Laura? I think I missed that.
Just in case I didn't, then that seems doubly strange. What other explanation could there be for the discrepancy in your report? Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might have any thoughts on the matter.
Sweats nervously.
No thoughts and empty.
But that's my job.
It's not like you to be coy, I must say.
He saves that for his boyfriend.
Why does she keep taking charge and helping me? I still don't know what she's trying to do, but I'll happily take what I can get. If everything was recorded accurately, and then handed off to Mr. Winner according to protocol, then the report shouldn't contain any mistakes.
And look, Eustace.
Wait. For the record, I didn't do anything to the report.
Well, no, bless you, sweet one. We know you wouldn't have done anything.
He doesn't have the brain cells to accomplish that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he would not have done it because he would not have thought to have done it.
True.
Bless his little cotton socks.
Oh.
Absolute idiot, if you ask me.
I love him.
Oh.
I guess we'll see, won't we? Dr. Hertz, please provide... Perhaps we could begin with your side of the story.
Hold on a minute. Who let
Edgeworth
the
says,
prosecutor
eating chocolates.
with a chocolate bar in the courtroom?
Why doesn't he share?
Forgive me, Gumshoe. You know I need that for my diabetes.
Wait, that's not how.
Honestly,
Gambit
Right, you
not
are,
a
Mr.
doctor, but
Edgeworth.
that's not how diabetes work.
my sugar levels.
We don't need any more, Mr. Edgeworth.
as somebody who
Me too. This is pointless.
Because of not sleeping for a couple of years, he has a really fucked
Yeah.
up metabolism.
Probably.
As somebody who struggles a lot with keeping my blood sugar up, I support this. It's not a diabetes thing. It's a oh shit, I forgot to eat.
Yeah. Remember, everybody. If you're feeling like really grumpy for no reason, please just eat something. You will feel so much better about it.
Unless you're just me and grumpy all the time.
Or if you're feeling extremely tired and are wondering why, it is probably you should eat a thing.
I'll be the
Or it's
judge.
just me all the time.
And if you're feeling extremely angry at yourself, try taking a shower.
Remember, and also, like, never trust how you feel about yourself or your life past 9 o'clock at night.
Yep.
I'll be the judge of what's pointless. Thank you very much.
Also, I just want to point out, you're not always grumpy, Lemming. You are like the night. You are like a sunshine boy. You've been
Yeah.
good for yourself.
Yeah, you're
The
sweet
thing-
and
the thing
lovely
there-
and caring.
The thing there, Shadow, is you interact with me at a time where I'm interacting with all of you. And all of
yes,
you
but still.
give me a pleasant and warm disposition. The
Oh,
rest
Lord.
of the time, I'm at work or dealing with people I don't like.
Oh Lord,
Yeah,
I'll,
but
Make you
the fact that you
very
spend some time with us contradicts your statement that you're always grumpy.
Exactly.
Fair.
also, yeah, I agree. I would have gone postal years ago if not for this group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are all each other's
Agreed.
mental health therapists.
Also, I'm just internally laughing at this line. We have patients waiting back at the hospital, like you can. You dropped one off with amnesia.
Dude, you're a coroner, all your patients are dead.
Grandma's
We really don't have time for this.
Grandma's the coroner. She's just a nurse who's the
What-
translator, I guess.
Won't you please help us? I can't stress how important this is.
Grandma says she'll testify. My voice keeps changing. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
But could you please make it quick?
Please wrap it
Come
up.
back soon. People will suffer. You don't care. You dropped off an amnesium patient in the care of this guy.
And yet you had no qualms about taking your time to buying cotton candy the last time we saw you.
See, even he agrees with me.
Hit her ass.
Yeah, but that's because Edward is a sassy bitch like his husband.
We'll let you go. We'll let you go as soon as we can. I promise.
That's what the hospital keeps saying, and then
Assuming you tell us the truth, that is.
Oh God.
don't like how
There's
she
two of them.
looks in the split screen. It worries me.
That's a triple Mexican standoff.
The so-called mistake in the report.
No way there's a mistake in Grandma's report. Not ever. I've been dealing with the dead longer than you've been alive, Sonny Jim. What the fuck are you saying? Me writing something wrong is about as likely as ow. And what the heck do you think I'd stand to gain by doctoring a file? Don't make a lick of sense. Can you speak normal English, for the love of God?
No, she's
No,
making
she-
EGAD sounds.
She's been learning her language before English was a thing, so she's not speaking normal English.
And that's all
She's
she has to
speaking
say.
original Japanifornian. Hi, Japanifornian.
And that's all she has to say. Nothing funky here.
Are you saying that original Japanifornian is the amalgamation of Japanese and English?
Yes.
I don't know. I was just saying things.
Something,
I'm being
Gomena,
honest.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, kind of like that. Because I remember when I was talking to people in Singapore, they're talking an amalgamation of Malay, English, Chinese, and Tamil, and that's none of those language, neither of those four languages. So I feel like Japanifornia is the same thing.
See? It's just as I thought. There's no chance the good doctor doctored her findings.
That's certainly a sentence.
And you swear by the Holy Goddess that this testimony is true?
Of course, Grandma's never told a lie in her.
Objection!
Rude.
Your opinions are not necessary, Nurse Needler. Your grandmother is the subject of this inquiry, not you.
Not necessary. That's not fair. I'm the only ally poor Grandma has, and I have needles. Go ahead and shout objection left and right, but you best be prepared then, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor.
Oh, I'm more than prepared. I'm ready to expose the truth behind the error in the report.
Unfortunately, I cannot do the gruff Mr. Prosecutor, but I tried.
It's time to update this autopsy report.
Yo! I also said, be prepared for sensational news.
Be prepared.
I think it would be funnier if we just have the EGAT noises for this.
Hold it! The victim appears to have put this raincoat on after sustaining the head injury, and yet there was not a single drop of her blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, she must have been hit in the head before she was stabbed in the chest, making it pre-mortem.
Sorry, I'm silently dialing here.
Ow! Stop hitting me! I don't need you to teach me how to suck eggs, young man. My gang report already says what you just said, don't it?
Objection! Your report states that the head injury appears to have been sustained post-mortem, which is the exact opposite of what I just said.
Wow.
Conk.
Oh. Sure. I diligently dictated that report to Florence here, and she wrote it all down just like I said. Oh, fuck you! Don't throw me on it, boss! If something happened to it after that, well, nothing to do with me.
You dictated it? If you could please tell me more.
I will just slide in. I will just slide in here. Like, dictation is very common, commonly done by consultants. They tend to dictate.
I would. Sorry.
Can I finish, please?
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Consultants tend to dictate their letters to patients. They tend to record them down on usually cassette tapes because it is the NHS and we're living in the 1990s.
Oh, they still actually use cassettes?
They used to. I don't know if they still do. We didn't phase out fax machines until the 20s.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, yeah, they tend to dictate their letters and have them recorded, and their secretaries, usually there can be other admin people who do this, but they will listen to the dictation back and write it up. This is a common thing in the medical profession, kind of thing. So it's not unusual for a coroner's report. Well, I don't know about coroner's report. I'm not sure about their dictation method, but in medical sort of administration, dictated reports is very normal.
So I was just going to make a note that as a the source of the report is the recording from grandma, which is like, oh, suku suku yaba yaba Luigi.
Yes, it probably is.
I want to point out also, Shadow, it's very fun that you bring up the fact that it's on cassette tapes, because that's probably also true in Japanifornia, considering that they only get color photos in 2026 for crime stuff.
Yeah, and also in a lot of services, Japan is like in the 80s / early 90s.
Yeah.
Also,
no, you first.
I was just gonna say also Phoenix's famous Nokia, and honestly, there's a really good explanation for why technology is fucking like this in Ace Attorney, and it all happens in Great Ace Attorney. It's great.
Yeah, I will say, it's very strange. There is a technology inertia within the medical field, for on the front line operations and stuff like that. You get stuff on the top of the line. You get robotic surgery and stuff like that. But for in administration and patient records, you've got like I said, we only just phased out fax machines.
Damn.
Yeah, it's it's very slow, very, very slow. I mean, my hospital in particular only got a fully digital patient electronic record a couple of years back, and that was when COVID hit, kind of thing. So yeah, we are the NHS is at a dearth for money, so that probably doesn't help, but we're very far behind.
Laura, you need to read. Drifter, you need to read the line. This is a new line.
I diligently dictated that report to Florence. Anything after that were nothing to do with me. Rude.
Well, given this is a new statement, let's see if that is the case, shall we? It's
She signed it.
It's signed.
Okay, this is an interesting one as well, because usually, if a report has been dictated, it should say that the consultant has been dictated and who wrote it up. So this is like an error twice over.
Also, when
I will say a consultant can sign these, can sign a dictated letter, because what tends to happen is the letter gets dictated, then it gets typed up, and then it is brought back to the consultant for them to sign, and they sign like a bunch of them in one go, and then send it off.
Yeah,
so
but
it can still be. So technically, in real life, it still can be signed by the consultant, but it should also have a thing saying it was also dictated by them.
Yeah. Also, either way, whether it says whether it was dictated or not, if you sign a document, you take a legal responsibility for everything it says.
Exactly.
So if you've not read it, it's your fault because you've signed it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it goes to all legal documentation. Read what you're fucking signing.
Yeah.
Always read the small print.
Yes.
I mean, for fuck's sake, read the large print, at least.
Objection. Dr. Hurt, I'd like to take a look at this report for yourself.
Oh, I'll read it. Ow!
Bonk.
This ain't what I said. This ain't what I said at all.
What? What do you mean exactly?
You are gonna. I'd say elder abuse, but
I don't know. Ow! Stop that. But I can't say that. Stop it.
let us say the fuck word.
But first, I'm going to take your stick.
Before
Miss
that.
Needler.
Okay, never mind. No, go on. I have a better way to ask for that.
Miss Needler, if you are attempting to bury Dr. Hertz's truth, I would gladly hear her confession myself, on behalf of the Goddess of Justice.
Dr. Hurt seemed to be telling Judge Cavell something in private.
What? Ah, I see.
I see she is also fluid in Dr. Egad.
Suku suku. Yabba yabba.
It's almost like they're voiced by the same person.
Sweet.
You got real secrets like that, God.
Ah, suku
Do you
suku.
think the fourth wall is fragile enough as it is?
Suku
Oh,
suku.
this fourth wall shatters
okay.
it.
No.
Very well. Allow me to relate to everyone what you have just told me. Ain't no doubt about what I said. I dictated my findings to Florence just like I told you I did. The fuddle-headed young thing must have wrote it down wrong or something.
Wow, that was a great impression.
Almost like they were the same person.
Yeah, was it really necessary? So in summary, there's an error in the report. And it was all because of you, Nurse Needler.
I will now entertain what Burr wrote in the requester line. That's all I got. That's literally all I got.
You heard it first here. Luigi is a swear word.
Yeah, you'll take it like it's like how in English like the words have like multiple words and have the same spelling, but they're saying in different words and they have different meanings. That's exactly how it is.
Yeah, like present and present. Yeah.
I have to intonate it slightly differently, and then it means something completely different. Anyway, the true facts have now been shown to be that the head injury occurred prior to the chest wound. The question now, Miss Needler, is why did you introduce such an error?
Hold it. Just a minute, Verity. You make it sound as if the poor girl did it deliberately. Whereas it seems to me she just made a little mistake. Pre-mortem, post-mortem, they're practically the same word, don't you think?
No!
Not really.
No!
Except they mean two completely opposite things. This was deliberate, no doubt about it.
Also, I don't know about English, but in Polish we have a saying that says like, hit the table and scissors will cling. So it's like, if you hit the right note, the guilty party will start making noises. And this is exactly what just happened.
I think the English phrase is a hit dog hollers.
Oh, yeah, it's something like a kick dog holders, yeah.
Yeah, but I like yours better. I like the Polish one better.
It's more like if you start uncovering the truth, the person
That
that's
is still
responsible for.
Yeah,
for
and
the
that's
lie,
that's still what hit dog hollers means. It's a very bad phrase for what it means. Hence why I think like
it's a really
if you hit the right
confusing
note, the
phrase
scissors
for
will
what it
cling
means.
is very much better. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it makes more. The Polish one makes more sense. I also like the one with the peas. I can't remember what it's.
Throwing peas against the wall.
Yes, throwing peas against the wall.
Okay, but while I am still on the Polish sayings, there's one I want to ask you. What do you think it means? Going to sleep with the chickens.
So your rise was shit? I don't know.
No, that means go to
No
sleep
idea.
very early because chickens go to sleep with it before sunset.
Ah.
See, I
think
thought it
Dutch
was
has
gonna be one of
something
those
similar.
things where you like lie down with dogs and rise with fleas, kind of thing.
Yeah, no. That's just you go to sleep with the chickens, which means you go to sleep very early.
Yeah, Dutch has the same thing, but it's a phrase that's like you join them in the chicken coop.
Ah.
Something of that ilk.
All right, but why would she want to change it?
Exactly. Things go. Ow! You're going to give me a brain injury. You won't get away that easy. Explain yourself, young lady. Who, me or her?
I can give you a hint. It starts with a C and ends with eruption.
But Grandma,
You submitted a falsified report, an act that led Kay to being accused of murder. You owe us an explanation.
I can't tell you.
Not don't want to, but can't.
She'll hit me again.
This is all really rather unpleasant, don't you think?
Slow turn.
Gang you up on this poor, considerate girl who only is just looking after her grandmother.
You sure are hollering for a dog.
Yeah.
She has nothing to do with anything. She simply made one tiny mistake, so why not just leave it there?
Objection! You'd like that, wouldn't you? Because the only person her testimony would hurt is you.
What on earth do you mean, my boy? Seeing as you're now a de facto ex-prosecutor, you're going to need to explain yourself better than that.
I'd be happy to. I'll even spell it out for you.
In crayon.
Narcissia's role in this crime was very important because she is a co-conspirator.
Quick, Eustace, give him a crayon. I know you have some.
Give me a second.
Narcissia
Which
the
color do you want?
You
Black.
have a nice red.
like by heart.
White it is.
Nurse Dealer doctored the report in order to cover for acceptance. Only Eustace would bring a white coloring pencil and probably white paper as well.
Yes, of course.
No. Okay, no. I'm gonna defend Eustace on this. Sometimes you need that more intense white than the paper can give you.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Also, you write invisible messages on white paper with white crayon.
Ow!
So she's a co-conspirator. This innocent young thing?
She stabs people, sir.
For fun.
Do share your grounds for making such a wild accusation, dear boy.
Needles.
The murder couldn't have been committed by one. Oh, excuse me. The murder couldn't have been committed by one person working on their own. I've been awake for 2 weeks.
I was gonna say, are we boring you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Without at least 2 people, it wouldn't have been possible to maintain the attendee numbers.
Yeah,
Well, technically all of these, but sure.
If the auctioneer was the murderer and the victim was one of the attendees, the fact that a witness testified to there being 11 attendees even after the murder doesn't make sense.
Hey, watch it! You gotta call my good word into question now, too?
No,
That's
we're
not-
trying to support you.
That's not what I meant. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm taking you at your word, which means there must be a co-conspirator.
I know it's hard, my boy, but sometimes you just have to accept that you were wrong.
Objection! I
You
wasn't.
know reverse.
I wasn't wrong. I just hadn't considered the possibility of a killer having an accomplice. But as soon as we do, things start to fall into place. If the killer's accomplice returned to the auction room in place of the victim, there would indeed have been 11 attendees both before and after the murder.
Well. So that's your thinking, is it? It's certainly an intriguing theory. But surely the imposter would have been spotted right away.
Why?
I don't imagine that Nurse Needler looks strikingly different from the victim in build and stature. With the help of a mask, she could very easily have replaced Miss Ringer without anyone noticing. Well, Nurse Needler, is that what happened? Did you take the victim's place at the auction?
I wouldn't do something like that.
Now tell us, the ringleader, who were they?
Can't tell you, I just can't. It'll hurt Grandma too. Just like she's hurting me. Ow. But Grandma,
Violence.
don't you worry about me. I can take it. You say anything, child. Grandma!
I mean,
Went on for way longer than I expected.
Sideshow Bob!
So I was right. She was an accomplice.
Miss Needler, why?
Oh, that also explains why she had such control of Kay as well.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Needler, can you explain yourself?
Yes. Huh? Oh, thank you, Grandma, but I'm alright now. I confess it, I changed places with Miss Ringer.
So you admit that you were working with the ringleader?
Yeah, I was helping them. I don't know how, but they found out Miss Ringer was going to attack them.
The culprit was going to be attacked by the victim?
They seemed pretty sure it was going to happen that night, so they made a counter plan. They wanted to strike first, and they wanted me to help them. I was told to go to the storeroom before the auction began and wait there.
Now hold on right there, Missy. I didn't see nothing, and my eyes don't lie.
Do your hips?
No. If you'd have been there before the auction, I would have bumped right into you. I was there the whole way through, and you weren't there for a bit of it.
I'm not lying!
Wasn't she?
Well, that's easy for you to say. But you were lying about altering that report only a few minutes ago.
Objection.
Well, now you're suddenly against me, you bitch.
I think we're all well aware of the number of potential hiding places in that storeroom.
Are we? Where exactly are you trying to say our nurse friend was hiding?
Nurse Needler hid here while she was waiting in the storeroom.
The books.
Take that!
My secret works.
She hid inside this clothes box.
Oh, she did she?
Why are you so angry?
Why not?
Huh. Well, it was there the whole time, even before I moseyed on in. But like I done told you, I had them chains around it. Wanted to hide in there myself, really. Wanted to hide in there myself, really, but it was locked up tight, so I had to go elsewhere.
Wow,
See
yes,
what you've
sleepy and
done,
sleepier.
Excelsior.
Oh god, Gambit getting a bit EP too.
Same.
Excelsior, you've burned so many papers, you've rid this place of all the oxygen, everyone's getting sleepy.
I imagine that's because Nurse Needler was already lying in there by the time you arrived.
That's right. We didn't want anyone to open it or blow it really, or it would have really blown our cover. I hate this line. So the ringleader told me to climb in and wait until it was time for my part of the plan. And then they ripped the whole box up and changed for some fucking reason. I think they took the elevator downstairs not long after. It was just before the auction was due to start.
Are you sure you weren't about to be human trafficked?
Could have been.
So, as the auction was beginning, you and Miss Hart would have been the only people in the storeroom?
Yeah, I think so.
The auction proceeded as it always did, until a certain customer came upstairs to complete her purchase. That was when the incident took place. Miss Hart overheard the victim and the culprit exchanging words around them.
You betcha. I was behind that statue there, shaking like a dang leaf the whole time.
In the middle of their quarrel, Miss Ringer was killed by the auctioneer. I imagine that the auctioneers then carried Miss Ringer's body over to the clothes box. From which Nurse Needler emerged and swapped places with the victim. After placing Miss Ringer's body inside the box, Nurse Needler's role was now to pretend to be Miss Ringer. The two of them then returned to the room below as if nothing had happened. Does that about sum up what happened in the storeroom, Nurse Needler?
Yes, in fact, that's exactly what happened.
Hold up, so you just waltzed brought back in and nobody noticed?
You didn't.
Yeah, that is two completely different people we're talking about. You're telling me not one of the other folks down there at the auction caught him down?
Why would they? The other auction goers had no reason to notice the difference when Nurse Needler entered because...
She was wearing a mask. She was imitating the victim.
Pretty much.
And stolen...
The
As
clothes.
as it could be.
All
Yeah.
three are true.
I think
It's the clothes.
it's the clothes that would have given it away,
Yeah.
though. Yeah. As we've seen, Miss Ringer and Nurse Needler are about the same build. What's more, the auction rules require the attendees to wear their masks at all times. If Nurse Needler was wearing the same clothes as Miss Ringer, nobody would have noticed being any the wiser.
Didn't they also use like voice changers?
Yes.
No, and they weren't.
I think, yeah, apparently someone's mic keeps triggering, according to EchoNet.
It might be mine because sometimes I. Oh no, I think it's Lemmings actually.
Oh, Lemming.
His keeps firing.
Huh.
I know mine
It's
fires
picking
every
up
now and
tiny
again.
noises.
I know mine fires every now and again if I breathe out too hard.
So is mine because Ambulance is driving by.
I was gonna say that.
There it is.
What
They're
have you
coming
done
to
this
take
time?
me away.
Saturday evening, what can you do?
I,
I borrowed Miss Finger's clothes and ow! Then left the poor child in the smalls. Have you no respect, girl? No, Grandma, I thought the same thing. It wouldn't be nice to leave her like that. So when the ringleader wasn't looking, I put a raincoat on her, so she wasn't naked. That would be rude.
yeah.
So that's how Miss Ringer came to wearing it. Thus, the auction was able to carry on as before.
I'm not like some our role-play gaming hero who just leaves their people naked when they take the stuff.
Gambit.
Guess the
Gambit,
part-
Gambit chuckles nervously.
Guess the part where I caught the red raincoat on film came just after.
Oh wait, that's a
Also-
Hitman thing, isn't it?
Hmm.
Wait,
Also, they're
for
not
the red
naked, they have buckets on their heads.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it must be. Then it all makes sense. Right after that was when I went over on and looked downstairs to the gap in the elevator. Spied me 11 happy little auction goers, then back I snuck to my little hidey hole.
Don't tell me you were hiding back there the entire time after that.
Well, that is not exactly.
Hmm. What is it? Did something happen?
So maybe I ought to mention before, but I fell asleep for a few winks after that.
Understandable.
Well, passed out. Unconscious, you might say.
What? What happened?
Oh, nothing much. Kind of silly, really, but, there was a sudden loud noise, and it startled me just a little bit, you know? Alright, maybe more than a little, but I just witnessed a murder. Can't blame a girl for getting jumpy.
Understandable.
Guess that got my heart shook and my head faint. Before I knew it, I was out like a light. By the time I came to, it was the next dang day, and then y'all were clanking clanking down that ladder.
I see.
I was lying before when I said I stayed up all night.
So, you were startled by a loud noise and fell unconscious. I suppose that means you don't know what happened after that?
Not per se, but, well, after the auction was all over, all the masks were back on the rack. So I reckon the guests done finished up and filed out one by one like they was supposed to.
Thank goodness you don't snore.
Now I'm thinking, like, is it possible to go from unconsciousness into a sleeping state? Because the state of unconsciousness and sleep is not exactly the same. The reason why people lose consciousness is because the brain's like, look, I'm out of this. I want a nap. I need to reboot, kind of thing. Stand by.
Press
Which
the
is
stop button.
Yeah, basically, if somebody loses consciousness, that's set. I won't say it's a brain injury because it's not, but it's the brain essentially entering a shutdown mode. A coma is when this period of unconsciousness continues for long periods of time. But sleeping, the brain is very much active and processing and stuff like that. So I'm now just thinking, like, so would it be possible for the brain to come out of unconsciousness and just be like, fuck, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep, and just never like breach conscious thought, just immediately enter REM sleep?
I don't know, I've never been unconscious for more than a few seconds, I can't tell you.
I do want to bring up one point to that. Narcolepsy.
That is true, yes. But that's immediately going into a sleep state, not unconsciousness.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been
Also-
put under, but never been unconscious.
Also, I have an additional question, Shadow.
Deals.
So the person who's unconscious, their breathing is a bit different than the breathing of a person who's asleep, right?
A little bit, but not badly.
Do you think they would snore when unconscious?
Possibly, because Possibly. However, snoring when you're asleep is slightly different from somebody snoring when they're unconscious. Snoring is caused by by vibrations in the throat and the nose. Usually it's a sign of disturbed airflow kind of thing, which is why people with sleep apnea tend to snore quite loudly, kind of thing. But if somebody is snoring and unconscious, it can be a sign that something bad's happening to the airway. Like a lot of it, like snoring is mostly natural, but it can be a sign of like there's problems that may arise later with the airway, kind of thing. Especially if you snore and then you stop snoring for long periods of time and then start snoring again. That's sleep apnea, and that's not good. Because that period of not snoring is when you stop breathing. As you can probably imagine, that's not good.
Yeah. On the other hand, when you start snoring again, when someone starts snoring again, it's such a relief.
Yeah, it's just like, can you start again, please? Can you start again?
Please,
oh my god.
Please, can it be alive, please?
Yeah, it's not a great. It's okay. It's just when it starts. It's not okay. Preferably, if somebody's snoring, you want them to continue snoring until they turn over and they stop snoring. But if you do have periods of breath holding or breath something when snoring, so long as it doesn't disturb your sleep, you're okay. As soon as it starts disturbing your sleep, that's when bad things happen, and you need to consider getting doctor's appointments, please.
The more you know.
Yes.
That's neat.
Good to know.
That's neat. Once the auction is restarted, what exactly were you doing?
I was pretending to be Miss Ringer and placing bids just as Ringlead wanted. I had to win the close box as I had been instructed. It's crunching.
No.
We're gonna take a break anyway, so we're gonna take a quick 5-10 minute break. We'll just refill our drinks and get ready for the next segment. So we'll be right back, everyone.
Be right back.
Hello, we're back for this part 2 of tonight's stream.
You were so lucky that wasn't unmuted yet. Oh dear.
Anyway, yes. You read that line, so we're gonna move on.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. In that case,
My line back.
yeah, have your line back.
I know what it's like to lose a line.
It had a dead body inside after all.
You wouldn't steal a car.
You wouldn't
Don't
steal
you
it,
dare
everybody.
steal my line.
Have you lost your line and it wasn't your fault?
Next time
Call the National Accidental Lost Line Helpline today.
Imagine if somebody else had won it. We would have been in real trouble then. I've lost the body!
So,
Ain't nobody.
so you had no intention. Sorry, you had no idea that the victim had vacated the box in the meantime.
No, not until we came back up so I could pay for it. Quote unquote. That's when we noticed. The ringleader told me to go look for her right away. Also, what the fuck? Wasn't she supposed to be dead? Except I found some other girl collapsed at the foot of the ladder instead. Whom's the fuck are you?
Okay.
Unfortunate. Yes, she must have fallen from up on the roof and been knocked unconscious.
Guess the victim must have left that hatch wide open, huh?
That would explain it. Kay would have been so shocked by seeing Miss Ringer fall motionless right in front of her that she wouldn't have seen the open hatch and fallen right through it. That explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. It was the sound of Kay crash landing onto the storeroom floor.
Yeah, I suppose. Can't believe something like that done knock me out for so long, though.
Sorry, I was just admiring the chat for a second. You wouldn't download a car. User agreed, especially for Tesla. You wouldn't destroy a car unless it's a Tesla.
Of course, but I wouldn't download a Tesla. Come on.
I can't believe that it's such a weird time to be alive. The fact that people who storm the Capitol get what's the word, pardoned, and people who are apparently causing arson, they're going after them for like 20 years.
You
What a
wouldn't
time.
download a car. It might have viruses.
Yeah.
Set them on fire though. That's always fun.
Hey,
I mean,
Not that I'm saying that you should do that. It's just a personal opinion.
it's
Oh, no.
almost like
Can't be fucking Elon.
almost- Yeah. It's almost like when you shoot up a high school in Minecraft. No one cares, but when you shoot up a CEO, everyone cares for 100 years.
It's almost like if you're
Yeah.
it's almost like you're a piece of shit that's basically made his life on the backs of other people's success, and you're now a multi-millionaire, and you're also a fucking faker who can't even play his own fucking games, but wants his ego stroked. Maybe you're a piece of shit. Maybe, just maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
Not even a maybe.
I will just say, like, I'm very much against cyberbullying people. However, people bullying Elon Musk as they did in the Path of Exile stream,
Yeah.
I find it very difficult to say that they're doing a bad thing.
We very rarely talk about this stuff, Lewis. Quite honestly.
Oh my!
You're right, are we?
I have so many channel points. I wonder what'll happen if I just.
Yep. Do it.
Get on with it. Yes.
Oh no, not yet. Okay, whoever that one is, they need to turn it down. That one's a bit ear bleeding.
So
So in
what do you
summary,
mean weird? It's very light.
yeah, I mean, the Teslas are like silverish. That's a light kind of color.
Especially when they're on fire.
Especially when they're on fire. So in summary, by the time Miss Neela found Kay, you were already sound asleep behind the statue. If you're conservative, fuck off. I think if we've got a good grasp on what occurred up to this point now. Nurse Neela, if you would continue.
Sure, so I found Kay, and next I found Miss Ringer. And I put them both in the clothes box. How the fuck did I both fit in there?
Get in the box, Kay. Get in the box.
Don't worry
No
about
time
it.
to explain, get in the box.
Get in the hat.
We could never risk any of the auction goers seeing them. That would have caused a real hullabaloo.
Was that your idea, or the ringleaders?
Theirs. But putting the ring on Miss Ringer was my own idea. So I tried to get rid of it before they found out what I'd done.
Hold on. So Kay spent a whole night in a coffin with a dead body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
bleeding dead
essentially,
body.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah.
Yep.
That might
That'd cause a trauma.
be
Yeah,
why she.
Good
Yeah,
thing,
I
good thing she had a mother of all concussions, though.
Yeah, she had a mother of all concussions, got amnesia, and then had trauma all rolled into one. That is basically that's the equivalent of having a brain injury, honestly.
That's like triple damage.
Yeah.
Well, Kim,
I mean, a concussion is a brain injury, but you know what I mean.
Welcome. I'm Chef Trauma, and tonight we're cooking up a nice batch of amnesia. All you gotta do is throw a little bit of as I subject name trauma, just a little bit of head injury, and just let the spices flow together.
Yeah. It's almost like Kay didn't have any trauma in her life before.
I imagine they were none too pleased when it showed up as a surprise piece of evidence in this case.
And lastly, the ringleader and I put her in an auctioneer's outfit when we prepared this. I hate these lines.
Of course.
You're doing very well.
Which completed the deception and made everyone think she was the auctioneer.
All in all, the auction finished up without anybody noticing anything, and that was that.
Now that we know the extent of your crimes, Nurse Neela, If you have anything further to share, I'd advise you do it immediately.
I wish I could tell you more, but I'm sorry, that's all I know. Oh, except for one other thing, did seem a little strange, I guess.
Just one more thing. Just one more.
just one more. When I was borrowing Miss Ringer's clothes, I took everything I could, but I couldn't take her hair, obviously, so ow! You're dang right you couldn't take her hair. What kind of medical professional are you?
Ah!
That's where you draw the line? So taking her clothes was okay?
Wait a minute.
Her hair was totally different. The style, the length, everything. I kind of panicked. But the ringleader thought of everything, including wigs. 2 of them, in fact. There was a straight one and a wavy one. They were both stashed in the clothes box.
2 wigs? But why?
Right? I wanted that too. I thought maybe they were worried she might have changed up her style. Anyway, I took the straight one. That was the one that matched her hair that day.
Leaving a wavy wig in the box. Nice needless statement, Jada, jotted down in my organizer.
Yeah, the reason why I cried out, like, I thought literally taking the hair as in she scalped her.
Oof.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
And then I thought a little bit more. I was like, wait, no, they wouldn't have. They mean wigs. Shadow, they mean wigs.
Yeah, I don't think it would work as a good disguise if she came wearing a scalp.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But like sometimes you need to think a little bit more. My brain was not thinking.
Gentle petting.
And that's everything you know? There's nothing else you're forgetting?
No. Huh? No. Really, Grandma, that's everything.
And I take it that you really have no idea who the ringleader might be?
Sorry, I only know that they were in charge of the auction. I didn't see them without their mask on. And they were pretty careful to keep their identity a secret from everyone.
Ah! If I can't get something concrete on them...
Well, Miles, are we about done? You've proven the nurse was part of the murder plot, but sadly for you, it doesn't change a whole lot.
That right?
Because it does nothing to prove that Kay Faraday isn't the ringleader.
Weren't you listening?
And justice mayst prevail. We can't change the law, even for your sake.
The nurse just said that it was the ringleader's idea to put the unconscious K in the coffin. How could she have been the conscious ringleader and unconscious K at the same time?
It might be that he posits the idea that the person was pretending to be the ringleader. But yes, is this it? Am I not going to be able to save Kay?
Objection!
I also have one question though.
Objection!
Franziska, what are you doing here?
As I told you before, Miles Edgeworth, where the case leads, I follow.
Your dedication is an inspiration to us all.
But don't go getting the wrong idea, little brother. I'm only here to deliver the truth regarding the suspect.
I am older than you.
And taller than you.
Why not? I'm certainly not here to forgive you for abandoning the way of the prosecutor.
I understand that.
You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information.
Detective Gumshoe did that?
Of course he did.
Prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth, for the final piece of the puzzle. Rosie Ringer's head wound was the first of the injuries she suffered, not the second.
We know that already.
Look, I haven't been here for Well, someone say something!
Yes, there's no easy way to say this, Franziska, but,
something.
We already proved that ourselves.
You. What?
Yes, just a few minutes ago. Ow!
Well, why didn't you say so sooner?
You didn't exactly give us a chance.
And I suppose you know about the murder weapon too?
No, not yet.
Ha! Good. Then listen up. The victim was struck on the head with a blunt object bearing a circular surface. And the wounds to the chest were actually inflicted post-mortem.
A circular surface.
Objection. And you're certain of that, I assume? Your sources are above board?
Certainly more above board than yours. Two trusted medical professionals reached the same conclusion independently. You couldn't ask for more.
Oh no, they're about to update the autopsy report.
Objection. That's certainly good to know. Wow.
Objection! Of what? I am the prosecutor in charge of Interpol's investigation into the underground auction.
Damn.
My line.
And this murder occurred during that auction.
So took the line.
Pedestrian took my line away.
You don't get a line. Not anymore.
I don't have that many.
Wow.
Cry me a river.
How am I supposed to prove my point now?
It would be negligent of me not to pursue leads pertaining to the related parties, especially the victim.
My. You've really become quite the force to be reckoned with, haven't you, my dear?
Do not.
Then all parties are in agreement. The victim died from a blow to the head.
Autopsy report data updated. I'm an organizer. This is how it feels.
We basically set the line, chat.
Sadly, the murder weapon itself has yet to be identified.
Based on the shape, I might have an idea or two.
I like to believe Usus has just been watching this like, damn, people can stand up to my dad. That's amazing. Guys, I didn't turn anybody on a weapon during my investigation.
Hush, darling. The adults are talking.
And yet, one need only think about the setting and an auctioneer's tools, and the answer should be obvious.
Miss Von Karma, can I hide behind you? I think I prefer you over my dad, actually.
There's one thing that I wanted to comment Eustace on. He's so hard trying to get to be relevant to this whole thing. He has maybe one or two thoughts in his head, but he's trying to keep up.
He's trying so hard.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best.
Whereas all those judges in the committee, they're just sitting there completely thoughtless, heads empty, catatonic, not moving a muscle.
It's just the dial-up noise, like Kicker.
The number you're trying to reach is currently not available.
An object with a circular surface used in an auction. We're obviously talking about the auctioneer's hammer.
His hammer.
Ah, the Isma approach. I smash it with the hammer.
Bonk.
What would an auctioneer?
Hammer time.
What would an auctioneer have readily at hand?
So the murderer was Amy Rose.
An auctioneer's hammer, of course.
He bonked him.
But we never found one of those.
They bonked them. Sorry, I should clear my throat. I wasn't actually.
Who's out here? Excuse me. Who's out here accusing Amy Rose of being a murderer? I mean, if you touch my Sonic, then maybe, but I didn't do anything this time.
I mean, look, there are aspects in which Amy is the Sonic verse equivalent of Miss Piggy. Of course, she wouldn't murder people.
You're not wrong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If the auctioneer was indeed the killer, it does seem a likely candidate for the murder weapon.
Oh, Miss Piggy, this is the wrong crossover.
But without the evidence to support your theory, it remains nothing more than that. I just say it reminds me of a Muppet show, honestly.
Gumshoe, get that frog and that pig out of here.
Thank you, Officer Edgeworth. You too.
Sorry.
Actually, what am I telling you? You probably can't talk. Don't come in with me.
You get your hands off me, you uncouth individual!
Nope, you come with me. Get on.
Back in prison again, I suppose.
Good thing you didn't notice me. Now I can bear witness, waka waka.
Oh God. Oh God.
Gambit thinks there's a little too many people in this courtroom, no?
You think?
Fozzie, we're the next stage over. Let's go.
I have such talented friends. They do such amazing impressions. I love them so much.
Have you read the line, Laura? That's having too much fun.
I'm sure I read this one, yes.
Okay. Oh, I have just the evidence you need right here.
Just shows his middle finger.
This piece of evidence strongly suggests that the auctioneer's hammer was the murder weapon.
The coat?
Good.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh,
Hammer
yeah.
could no longer be heard
no
after the
longer be heard.
events.
No hammer time. Rude.
Take that! Miss
No,
Hart
never
told
heard.
us something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. She said that the very prominent sound of the auctioneer's hammer could no longer be heard. Now, why would that be? I'll tell you why. Because it had just been used in a murder and was covered in the victim's blood. It would need to be disposed of. Isn't that right, Chairman Winner?
Well then. I'll have our people look into this right away.
You really are like a dog with a bone, aren't you, dear boy? But if you can't dedicate yourself to a cause when you're young, when can you,
He seems very confident we'll never find it.
He shoved it up his ass.
How do you think I'm standing up so
Have you
straight?
checked your butthole?
Best fight.
I had to, I'm sorry.
God! Tried to kill the chanticleer.
Certainly gives a new meaning to hammer time.
You shut up as well.
Sorry, I'm just hammering home the point. No.
I'm gonna kill you when I see you again. It's gonna be for murder. I'm gonna beat you to death with my hands.
Oh, mate, you've really hammered this one.
I'm killing both
Are
of
you
you.
okay? Miss, we need
Oh,
some help.
I'm killing you both with cushions. I'm beating you with them.
Oh dear.
I think, yeah, I'm not actually gonna kill them. It's just my way of saying you motherfuckers.
So she's hammered out the
we're-
details in December, has she?
Wait, please, no, not the gift shop tank.
Stop, they're already dead.
Oh, dear, okay.
Just trying to kind of ascertain, is that better or worse than the last time we killed the audience? Well, the cast, but yeah.
Laura, I think this is your line.
I think this is
Laura, help us.
All right, let's put this nail in the coffin with a hammer.
No, trying too hard now. Okay.
Yeah.
Shadow's kills list extended to 3.
I know. The sooner it's dead, the sooner we can move on. Very well. A search for the murder weapon will be conducted. In the meantime, this court is in recess.
Oh, I can
Joke.
finally sit down.
The joke
I
was
say
killed.
as I'm already sitting down.
The joke was killed with a hammer.
I'm beating you to death, sir.
With the hammer, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna give you a very good pounding, okay?
Ooh.
Raising.
Ooh. We're not that close.
What, do you want me to take you to dinner first?
I'm taking.
Fine, I'll have to set up a gambit.
Oh no, whatever shall you do?
Look at the court members behind them, just like, oh shit, oh what the hell?
I think they've woken up.
Finally.
No, they're just doing their best bobblehead impression. It's fine.
Well, it's either that or they've just turned into chickens, like.
I would
I don't know what the
actually
fuck's
love
going
some
on.
soothing clucking noises.
I do have to ask one thing. Why is the second one to the right in Inward look like the Squidward face?
Because why not?
Divot?
Suddenly heard.
Oh, I forgot I was doing this.
Yeah.
April 6th, Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, Chamber.
We finally have a line for you.
Rubble.
Huzzah.
Didn't you already walk in? Where the fuck did you go?
She went to sit down, come on.
I went to go and find the plot.
We're gonna clip.
Did you find it?
We're gonna clip.
Nice.
So whereabouts the evidence?
Do we have a plot, Miss Francisca?
No.
Oh, please don't apologise.
That's all.
Go search for the plot, Scruffy.
Hey, clips are great.
On it.
Seriously, tell your streamers that you've done a clip and let them know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Particularly if it's a
Yeah.
really funny moment like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Please toss a clip to your streamer.
It's one of the few things that Twitch keeps these days.
I used to do it, but I got burned out.
Yeah.
It's fine. He's no worries.
I know, but still. That's why I
Stop
appreciate
being
when
a
others do it.
Stop it right now.
I know! Shush!
False
I'm pulling the lever.
warning,
I'm pulling the
false
burr lever.
apology warning.
Oh, and a burr.
No!
Wrong lever!
Wrong lever. Why do we even have that lever?
Well, speak to us.
I'm back.
Hey!
Hey.
I mean, I
Okay.
laughed it out pulling the burr lever.
You're supposed to deploy the blur onto drifting, not out of the call.
Why do I even have this lever?
Oh my god!
Wait, I gave you levers.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
You'll never catch us alive.
Laura,
No, you'll
please.
catch me dead if you keep this up.
I'm now imploring you save this.
Okay.
all
Silence in the courtroom, please.
Thank
Oh,
you.
do we have to?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Look, I have a hammer. I can do what I want. Miss Von Karma, if you would be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search.
Did you hit it
Okay,
right?
I laughed myself into.
I'm breathing, I think. I'm fine.
It's not good. It's not good news, I'm afraid. The entire big building has been searched from top to bottom, and no auctioneer's hammer was found anywhere.
Well, I'm glad you searched the bottom at least.
Stop.
Even the game is getting us down.
Ah.
Let's do the request. Let's do the request of the line first. Get on with it. That is bad news indeed.
No, we didn't search that. We searched the big building bottom.
Then we have no choice but to move ahead with the verdict.
Ah, such terrible shame. But I suppose only a fool would have left the murder weapon behind.
That's an interesting thing to say.
Suspicious.
It's certainly not what I'd expect from a first-rate criminal mind.
Luckily, you're
not
not
making
one,
it
so we're
better.
gonna find it soon.
No, that's just not enough to work with here. I can't carry this any further on my own.
Well, I suppose.
You might have to. Yes, it really is a tragedy, but such is life, I suppose.
C'est la vie.
I was just thinking back over the defendants I've made plea deals with over the years. People who poured their hearts out to me, who trusted me with every detail of their crimes.
I don't like you.
And then when it came to their sentencing, I recommended life in prison every time. For every single one. Oh, if you could only see them. The stupid, dumbfounded looks on their faces.
Why is this starting to sound like a villain monologue?
It was.
Because it is.
Because it probably is.
The verdict will now be passed. All present. Will not skip my lines, please.
Sorry, for some reason it was just. Yep.
It's fine. The verdict will now be passed. All present will accept the goddess's word as law.
Which ones?
Yes.
There's nothing more I can do. Kay and I are both.
If only we had some proof.
I never imagined I would be passing judgment on you under such circumstances.
The end of the road, huh?
By the power vested in me, Excelsius Wayner, this court hereby indicts you for your crimes.
What?
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 What on earth's gotten into you, Verity?
I submit for the court's consideration the case file of a certain incident. Namely, the IS-7 incident, a murder that took place 18 years ago.
Oh, brother, here we go.
But what does that file have to do with... Wait, you mean... Your late night visit to this chamber, that was to...
Precisely. I came here to retrieve these documents. Though sadly, it would seem I arrived too early to catch the auction itself. When we spoke of the matter before, I implied that I had come to retrieve files pertaining to your own case. You'll have to forgive me. That was a ruse to buy myself more time.
As I said, Verity's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, please, go on.
Oh, I was just going to say, as I said, Verity's on her own side. It's really good.
IS-7 instant case folder data jotted down in my organizer.
Speaking of sides, I don't like her facing this side. She looks weird. What the heck are you doing, Cavell? You can't just accuse my dad.
Yeah, you can. He's a...
Without proper grounds, it's defamation.
Defamation, sweet.
Oh.
Deformation is what Francisca was doing to you, sweetie.
Fair point.
Wow.
Well made. Moving on.
An excellent observation, Eustace. Now please quiet. The adults are talking.
It is.
And of course, I have the grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred von Karma had some details about the victim's body fabricated.
Sweats nervously.
Details he was forced to fabricate when the sculptor Artie Frost's body went missing.
My papa? Fabricating information? What is the meaning of this?
Ian Sideman, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report the body had gone missing.
Sorry, they fucking
Ian
took me.
Sideman.
I will say,
If I remember correctly,
it is a absolute translation marvel to translate fucking puns. So, you know.
the fan translation one was not that much better. It was Rip Lacer.
Worse. At least this one's got a little style to it.
Yeah. Ian Sideman's really, really good. I do like him.
Might as well call him Ian NPC. Good lord.
No, because it's also an inside man.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah, this one has 2 layers, which makes it closer to the Japanese original.
Neat.
However, it seems that a certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. Von Karma. Ha! And deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs.
What?
What?
This individual refuses to allow anyone to go against their wishes or to challenge their power. And they're known to go to extreme lengths in order to bring those who defy them to heel. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident.
What? She was responsible for the fake report?
But wait, you have to understand, Grandma, she's not a bad person. She had to do what she said. She didn't have another choice.
The person in question was the chief prosecutor at the time.
The chief prosecutor 18 years ago? No.
The man who gave Papa the first penalty of his career?
Excelsius winner! It was you!
Objection!
What are y'all talking about? My dad would never do something like that.
Oh, sweet boy.
Overruled! The adults are talking for your own sake, my dear boy. I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Well, Chairman Winner, do you have anything to say for yourself?
All that nonsense with the body, that was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy.
As Akunet says, now you realize almost all the events in this tourney were caused by this guy.
This asshole.
This asshole who gave
And then there's
Manfred
this asshole.
his first, his first mark, effectively, which made Manfred then kill Gregory Edgeworth, which then got Edgeworth in the hands of Manfred von Karma, which set Phoenix on his path, which set Edgeworth on his path, and the whole deck of cards comes tumbling down.
We call that the butterfly effect.
Also, not only that, but in the same year he fucked some innocent woman, and the result was Eustace.
No, that was 17 years ago because he's specifically 17, not 18.
Yeah, but plus 9 months of pregnancy.
Fair.
And the fake autopsy report? Hilda, how could you? I can't believe you naughty kids would do such dishonest things behind my back.
Hold it! We could just ask her why she did it. She is standing right over there, after all.
But wait, Grandma Ken, she's... Ow.
Hey.
Grandma, I'm sorry. I knew. That's why I... Right. Exactly. If I didn't, everyone would have found out about what you did. I said I was going to charge you if you didn't help them with a plan. I just had to do what the auctioneer said.
What would they do? Put her for life? She's like 130.
Yeah, but it's still nice. So you were coerced into it, were you, Nurse Needler? And just to be clear, the auctioneer was a chairman winner?
I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forcing me to help them was the auctioneer. And they definitely looked to be about the same build as the chairman, but I never saw their face.
Well, there must be something. Any detail, no matter how small, will do.
Oh, wait! Their mask didn't cover their whole face. And the part that wasn't covered had a tattoo on it. I remember that much for sure.
Rena's appearance data updated on my organizer. A tattoo.
Objection.
Objection. This all sounds very dramatic. but I really don't know what you're talking about. There's no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I'd know if there was one, wouldn't you?
There's one under your fake beard.
Which means I can't be the ringleader, no matter how much you might want me to be. Wow, I almost stumbled on my own words there.
It's cool.
I only hope you can figure out who the shameless manipulator might be. Oh.
So this is why he's wringing the water out of his beard, because it's
Overruled.
fake.
Your contempt of this courtroom is an insult to the goddess.
Are you sure it's not you who's feeling insulted here?
Better cook, mate.
I am not the only one who has been trying to bring you to justice. Miss Ringer had been trying too. And I refuse to let her sacrifice be in vain.
Young Rosie was looking to take me down, you say? But why? I barely knew her. I always had a certain magnetic charm, but I don't remember ever catching that particular eye.
I'm gonna be sick.
Ha!
Same.
You barely knew the victim. Why, I do believe that is a new statement. Ha! The goddess demands that you offer your full testimony on the record.
So that's how it's going to go. Hmm? You mean to hound me until I finally break?
Yes.
I will also point out there's quite a bit of skin underneath the beard, above the shirt line.
Well, if that's the way you want to play it, fine. I'll destroy you all. Every last one of you.
Mr. Edgeworth, please, allow me to work with you on this one. I doubt we'll get another chance to put him on the stand. So let's make the most of this opportunity.
Of course, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll sit back down then.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, like I said, only one party member slot.
You know, Francisca is sitting on a folded chair, having snacks and watching the situation unfold.
Yes.
I am now imagining Francisco like cross-legged in a chair, just like gremlin in mode, and just like with a bag of something. Dare I say a bag of snackoos?
Yeah, like Emma sitting next to her.
Yeah, no, Emma introduced her to snackoos, and now Francisca has no money for drugs anymore.
Oh God.
Best friends.
Now, Chairman Winner, you will tell this court everything you know about Miss Ringer.
I don't like his close-up either, actually.
His iris is not nice.
Everything I know about Miss Ringer.
Young Rosie was a member of the committee, of course. But we'll never really had any personal interactions. At least, none that I remember. I had no motive to murder that poor girl whatsoever. And I have absolutely no idea why she was after me.
I think that's a lie.
So you don't mean to accept your part in any of this?
Of course he doesn't. He isn't guilty. How could he be? He's my dad, the winner of the winners. What the fuck am I saying?
That's very kind of you, Eustace. But you'll need more than mere words if you plan to cover for me.
Stop hiding behind the boy.
Right, you got this. I won't let the pin this on you. I am desperate for validation, clearly.
Yeah.
I believe in you, Dad. You'll beat that Trev. I know you will.
This just makes me sad.
Wow, I did the line, but my mic was muted. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. You really are such a sweet, simple child.
Easy to manipulate, you mean? Kay! Kay, we need you.
I was muted because my mic was picking up. I have a key for my apartment finally, so I was messing with that. Anyway, he really loves his dad, huh?
But that's no excuse for him to ignore his father's crimes.
You would know, wouldn't you?
Yeah, she
No
never.
matter how much he respects him.
Yeah, she doesn't ignore her father's crimes, and it's really admirable.
Regardless of their station in life, all criminals will be made to atone for their sins in time.
This won't be easy on Mr. Winner, but it has to be done. We can't let his father get away with this.
Beat his ass, Edgeworth!
Rebuttal.
No. Look, fine.
Hold it!
What?
So you're saying you barely knew the victim at all?
That's exactly what I'm saying, my boy. Yes. Why, I never even knew about that burn mark on her hand.
You didn't?
I mean, what's the point? You get to know someone before you know it, they're gone. It's become such a pain to remember things about others. They're here one day, and gone the next.
Yes, because they dare to stand up to you, and you make them disappear. If you could please add that your remark about the victim's burn to your testimony, Chairman Winner.
Why, I didn't even know about the burn mark on her hand.
Seems unlikely.
Do we have anything for that?
I don't think... Can we use that comment? The one about, the burnt hand? I don't know. I don't think we... I just don't feel like we have enough evidence to link him...
Can we look at the white coat again, please?
I can't. But
There's something about the gloves that's bothering me, but I don't know what.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm gonna press it, see what we get.
Hold it!
Hold it!
Yeah, it's a good idea.
You're sure you didn't know about the burn mark?
You really don't let up, do you? I'm not in the habit of memorizing who has a scar on their hand and who doesn't.
But this just wasn't any old scar. I'd say it's pretty noticeable, in fact.
Perhaps under normal circumstances. But now that I think about it, Miss Ringer did always wear gloves. Truth be told, I wasn't aware of the burn mark until after the incident myself.
The victim's hands were always covered by a pair of gloves.
It makes sense, of course. People can be very self-conscious about such things. I can only sympathize, being something of a sensitive soul myself.
I hope you're not too sensitive to append that statement to your testimony.
If she was always wearing gloves, why are they off in that particular photo?
You gotta read the line, Mr.
I was gonna say, do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Although, I suppose she always was always wearing gloves. Perhaps it was to hide that burn.
Yeah, I think Drifting's right about the glove thing, because they seem too clean for what
And
happened.
too neatly stored in her.
Yeah. And also,
Look at the photo.
the recording said that they recognized her by the scar, so she must have not been wearing the gloves.
Yeah,
don't-
so it's a contradiction.
Contradiction,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Nothing
that'll
else.
work then. Sorry.
Objection. So Miss Ringer always wore gloves? If she did, that raises a rather important question and highlights quite a contradiction.
A contradiction, you say? Really?
If we listen again to the conversation that was captured by the stuffed cow, you'll see what I mean. Sure.
I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself? I've waited for so long for this day, and now I finally have my revenge.
We can be reasonably certain that what we just heard is the moment the victim was attacked. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. We assumed that those were the words of the killer.
And? Where's the problem in that? Seems like a perfectly sensible assumption to me.
I'm afraid not, Chairman Winner. For you see, if the victim was always wearing gloves, just as you testified, then the burn mark on her hand should not have been visible to her killer.
Objection.
You speak as if gloves can't be easily removed. She could have taken them off during the auction.
That's...
But she hadn't. She was still wearing them when I changed places with her. Also, I didn't hold it, but you know what I mean. So they must have been on her hands when she was being murdered too.
What are you saying, my dear? Do you know how much trouble you're in, don't you?
I'm not scared of you anymore. I have Grandma on my side now. Now it's time for you to pay the piper, Winner. You dang devil.
Correct.
Yeah, what you gonna do? Send me to super jail?
So you're both looking to disappear too. That can be arranged.
Bro?
Not this time, Excelsius Winner. The only person disappearing will be you.
Objection! Hey, you can't talk to my dad like that. Who cares if the burn was covered up? What does that even matter?
Objection! Oh, it matters. Because it turns our understanding of the burn mark on its head.
What do you mean? What can the fact that the victim's burn mark was covered up possibly tell us? Wait, what?
If she always wore gloves, we've got it the wrong way around. The person talking,
burn mark too.
the person talking wasn't Excelsius. It was the victim. Think about it like this, Mr. Winner. The victim was wearing gloves, therefore the burn mark on her hand would not have been visible. In which case, whose burn mark was it that was being referenced in the recording?
Somebody who wasn't the victim?
Precisely, which can only mean that the culprit had a prominent burn mark too. Or
He's
to put
trying so hard, my son.
yes. Or to put it another way, I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Those words were spoken not by the murderer, but by the victim.
No way!
Objection.
Objection. Eustace, my boy, would you mind stepping aside for a sec?
I don't like where this is going.
Look, Miles, it's nice to see you having fun with your little flights of fancy, but let's get serious. So the murderer had a burn mark now? Really? Where?
On their face?
Your little theory will either take flight or die, depending on your answer here, I'm afraid.
He's not messing around. I have to figure out where that burn mark was, and fast.
On the face.
Yeah, it's the tattoo.
Yeah. I wonder where it could have been. All of the auction people were wearing disguises, right?
Yes, and each
Yeah, I
disguise
think
was
what
different.
Lotta thought was a tattoo was actually a burn mark.
Yet, in spite of that, the burn mark was visible to the victim somehow, which means...
That wasn't Lotta, that was Needler.
Well,
Oh,
shall we?
Needler, sorry, yeah.
Enlighten us, why don't you? Where was the murderer's burn mark? I assume you have some evidence.
Needler added a new mask to the court, I think, somewhere.
Yeah, there is a mask, and I think it would say.
The what? It's not the green one though.
No, it's not there.
Huh.
It was the green one.
That's strange.
Oh, is it her state? Is there a statement that envelope?
No.
No, not that
No,
one.
that's just about the weeks. No.
No, that's the thing. Shit, which one is it gonna be?
Didn't the recording say where the burn mark was? Out of curiosity?
No, it does. It
No,
just
it
said, "I would know you from that burn mark." It didn't
Yeah, I recognize that
say-
burn.
Give a
Yeah.
location.
Wait, what about? Is there a statement made by Miss Hart?
I don't think so.
There
No,
was.
I don't think. Was she the one who said about the mask?
Hart was the one
hold
who
on.
said about the.
Also
Also-
had a tattoo on the part
that's
of the
the one.
face of the
Yeah,
vaccine.
that's
Oh,
the-
there
that's
we
the
go.
one.
Take that.
There's the laddie.
Here's my evidence. The outfit the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Winner.
And what exactly is that supposed to tell us?
Objection. A suit, white gloves, and a mask. This disguise should have covered almost all of your skin, but according to Nurse Needler's testimony, the auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face. And not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo on the part that was exposed. But was it a tattoo? Or did she simply mistake it for a burn mark, for one? She is
there
a
we go.
fucking amateur nurse, after
Yeah,
Hey.
I was thinking that if she did confuse the two, she's not a great nurse.
Well, in fairness to her,
Yeah,
it's
fair.
kind of dark.
all. Yeah, true.
It was
And-
pretty fucking dark.
And,
yeah.
and kind of depending on what kind of tattoo you get, and if they do it very poorly on your face, it could still turn out to be like a scar. So,
Yeah.
a burn mark on the face?
Sorry to interrupt while you're so clearly enjoying yourself, dear boy.
Oh, me?
But I regret to inform you that none of the committee members has such a burn. Myself included, of course.
That you. mean.
Eustace, do you think you can be quiet, please? You
No.
can be foolish on your own time later.
Well, you may be an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Winner, but on this particular occasion, I'm grateful for your presence. A reaction like that from you, his son, is as good as an indicator of the truth as I could have hoped for. And it gives me a much-needed confidence boost concerning another theory of mine, namely, who that one unexplained item belongs to.
What's the matter with Mr. Winner?
I think he might be in shock. After all, he's usually the last to figure things out. But in this case, he seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father is indeed the real murderer.
He's sad because he knows the truth? So, it's better not to know the truth at all?
No, Kay.
Hey, what the fuck?
It's what we came here for. It doesn't matter how we get there. The important thing is finding the truth. You yourself told me that once, right when I needed to hear it most. And now it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence.
I want to know, too, the truth of what really happened. So please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you show me?
I very
I
much
can
intend
tell
to.
you the truth.
You don't know when to give up, do you?
I thought you turned into Santa for a second then.
Where is this burn, then? Perhaps you could point it out to me.
With the
This
sound
burn
effects,
you
bad
speak of
fantasy
isn't
world.
in the room with us.
But you can't, can you? Because it's nowhere to be found.
It's
Just
under
like
your
your
fake beard.
evidence that I'm the killer.
Yeah, hunt for contradictions all you like. You won't find any. Because of my dad, a winner through and through.
Objection! I understand, Mr. Winner. I completely understand why you don't want to believe it's true. If you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live.
Dad, what do I do?
Search your feelings, boy.
I just don't understand. How could I have raised such an utter buffoon?
Maybe you should have loved and cherished him.
If you really wish to help your father, Eustace, you can try thinking on your own for once in your life, you useless nitwit!
That's a very good advice that will make Eustace indict you.
I try all the time, Dad. All I do is try. I went to the school you wanted me to go to. I aced every test. Look at my jacket. They only gave these to the valedictorians. I did everything you told me to. I worked like crazy and graduated top of my class. I tried to be just like you and win as many trophies as I could.
Objection.
Objection! That's your school report. You really are just a simpering simpleton, aren't you?
Mm.
Those tests you aced, I had the school give you perfect scores on all of them. Those debate and speech competitions you won, the judges were all friends of mine. If you never even realize that much, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. None at all. You're no son of mine. Even you must see that.
I have a feeling you've contributed to this poor boy.
Yeah.
Ah! Ah!
Oh. God. My own son. They all leave in the end.
I can see why.
I mean, boo! Even when he was trying, he was failing. And he did it all for me. Then he should have tried harder.
You narcissistic fucking asshole.
You're a disgrace. You don't deserve to be a father. And you certainly don't deserve to be a chairman of this committee.
And I thought my father was bad. Even I feel sorry for the boy now.
Poor Mr. Winner.
Ha! Explain yourself, Chairman Winner. Just what do you think your son is to treat? Sorry, let me read.
That's fine, it is a little bit of a choppy sentence.
Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way?
An utterly useless pawn sounds about right. But then, you'll want to talk, Verity. You tried to worm your way into my trust by using Eustace too.
Well, at least she gave a shit about him.
Yeah.
I cannot deny it. However, I have never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be naturally gifted as a prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. That's what I have witnessed during my time with him. Yet you would call him useless. How could you?
Objection. Because he is Verity, my girl. He is utterly incapable of doing anything I asked him.
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment unto Excelsis Winner.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd be more than ready to do so.
Fuck him up.
If the ringleader had a visible burn mark on their face that night, then it would follow that Chairman Winner is currently hiding that mark somehow. How exactly was he dressed during the auction? That will be the key to solving this case at last.
Now then, Your answer, please. Which piece of evidence will help us to reveal the burn mark on the culprit's face?
Take that!
Take that! Recall Nurse Needler's testimony, if you will. There was one thing we never quite resolved. The second wig. The one that wasn't used.
I seem to remember it being... wavy?
What are you two talking about?
Nurse Needler apparently found some very interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim.
And what do they have to do with the burn mark?
What she found were 2 wigs. One was intended to make her look more like the victim, but what was the other one for?
I don't suppose it was meant to be.
May I go for a skit?
Sure.
Go for it.
Chairman Winner, have you ever won wigs? Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs?
Oh dear.
Okay.
Then will you wear wigs and why?
It doesn't take a huge leap of imagination to see the truth. Compare Chairman Winner's current appearance to that of the ringleader as it was described to us.
Stop it. Stop staring at me.
Get wrecked, old man.
One very prominent difference presents itself. His face, or rather, what's around it.
You mean...
His wavy beard.
It wasn't a wig after all?
Indeed. Not a wig intended to go on the top of the head, in any case. It was a fake beard all along, wasn't it, Excelsior Winner?
Nearly.
This is all my own, dear boy. How very
I bought it myself.
Just otherwise.
Objection.
Thought it was going to go up in flames there.
We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth, and how he desperately tried to cover for you, even in light of his realization. Yet you still feared that he might expose you. So rather than take that risk, you bullied him until he couldn't take it anymore. Because he knew that your beard hides a prominent burn mark. Chairman Winner, I insist that you remove your beard this instant.
There we go. How specific, by the way.
My eyes!
That's an interesting burn mark you've got there, mate.
Oh my god, how horrifying.
There it is! The burn mark!
Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess, you have my thanks.
No, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.
Excelsius Winner, in the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict. In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty.
Is there a problem with this shot?
Yes, there is.
Where's Excelsius?
No, somebody in the background is in front of somebody in the foreground.
Oh god, yeah.
It's just close. It's just close enough that you can maybe not notice it until you notice it.
Yeah, that's very. That's. I have a feeling I
Whoopsie.
don't even think the devs noticed it.
Slight cleaning issue. It happens.
Sorry,
She just had a
devs.
very, very big dress. April 6, 9:44 a.m. Committee for Prosecutors Excellence. Chamber.
Mr. Edgeworth, I can't thank you enough. You never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. That was very kind of you.
There's no need to thank me. As a prosecutor? No, as a friend. It was the least I could do.
Mr. Edgeworth, rejoice. I've learned that Chairman Winner has been safely delivered to the detention center. The search for the missing auction hammer continues. However, we are talking about Chairman Winner here, so it's highly likely that this has already been destroyed. In addition, there is one other matter I must inform you of. The chairman made a rather strange statement.
We've got a request for a line, Mist.
So I saw. I bought my beard on Etsy!
According to him, the letters were not part of his plan.
What? How could that be?
He claims that he and Miss Needler found this letter on Miss Ringer's person. And that they then found a second letter on Kay's unconscious body. From their contents, the letters seem to be ones of correspondence. I think there's meant to be a B there to let it out. So he led to the conclusion that they must have been working with each other.
That's quite the conclusion to jump to.
As he read the letters, that's when he came up with the idea to frame Miss Faraday for Miss Ringer's murder. So he decided to place the victim in a very conspicuous place.
That probably there.
Namely, in her
no.
left chest pocket.
Disregard what I said.
Sounds to me like he's just trying to make excuses for himself.
Yes, I certainly thought the same. Perhaps it was some sort of last-ditch ploy on his part. But it matters not. He will answer to the goddess now. And under her scrutiny, such strategies cannot hope to succeed. He will not escape justice. And with that, one of the duties with which I have been entrusted with is complete at last.
Judge Gavel, before you go, can you tell us what you know about how Chairman Winner came to murder Miss Ringer? There's more there, isn't there?
Yes, and I suppose you have earned the right to the whole truth. Miss Ringer once had a lover, a press photographer. He was investigating the underground auctions as a freelance journalist. But before he could uncover the truth behind the auctions, he was disappeared. All Miss Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover. And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. Unfortunately for her, her opponent struck first.
I see. So that's the story behind this case.
While the goddess does not condone acts of wanton vengeance, Miss Ringer's actions have exposed Chairman Winner's crimes at last.
So that was your real goal. You were tasked with exposing Excelsior's Winner and the corruption at the heart of the committee.
Does anyone know what happened to Mr. Winner? Not the prosecutor, the other one. Not the ex-chief prosecutor. Whatever. There's two.
The youngster.
Yeah,
The young one, yeah.
I'm afraid I haven't been able to get in touch with him.
Do you have any idea why?
He's going through a lot.
Probably because I wasn't there for him just now when he needed me most.
Oh. I really feel bad for him.
Well, don't pity him too much. At least he knows the truth now. And no matter how hard it might be, he will need to learn to accept it. If he can't, he will never be able to move on with his life. Trust me.
A father's influence isn't easily erased. But in time, he can hopefully try and change his ways.
You're right. You've got to be. Can I change too, I wonder? Can I move on with my life?
But there is no other way.
Are you okay, Kay? How's that head feeling?
I'm fine. Thank you.
I'm so sorry, Kay. You were my patient. I had a responsibility to you, and instead I let them accuse you of ow.
It was a happy ever.
Dang right, we ain't just in the business of fixing bodies, Missy. The mind's where it all begins. You're right, Grandma. Speaking of which, how's your memory?
It's like, with a little bit of time, maybe I'll be able to remember some more.
Please forgive me, but I'd better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifa Lagarde in a bit.
The Bronco Knight case, huh? Who's the defense attorney?
It was supposed to be Miss Ringer, but as she is no longer with us, we are still in the process of finding her replacement.
The husband?
Miss Ringer was scheduled to represent the Warden Lagarde?
And, of course, until we find Eustace, there is nobody to act for the prosecution either.
Wait, there's just 2 prosecutors.
Well, they might all be. Don't get the multiple courtrooms. They might all be busy.
Also, we know Clavier is stuck in the basement.
That's good.
He's also only 17. Clavier's also only 17 at this point in time.
Well, he would just be a prodigy then, wouldn't he?
True.
In any case, I must take my leave.
Wait, please. What about Mr. Edgeworth's badge? What's going to happen to it now?
With its chairman under arrest, the committee's activities have been suspended for the time being. So to answer your question, it's complicated. It's all up to the goddess now.
But...
Don't worry about it, Kay. It's a consequence of my own making.
And I assume you did not mean to change your mind?
Of course not. I chose the path of truth, and I chose it willingly.
With Chairman Winner out of the picture, justice is in the hands of the righteous once more. If you did wish to follow the path of the prosecutor again, Mr. Edgeworth, I would be more than happy to facilitate such a decision.
It's very kind of you to offer, but I can't accept your help at this time. I can't ask my badge back when I'm not even sure if I want it anymore.
I see. It seems we are destined to continue on different paths then.
Well, I trust you'll keep my badge safe until they converge again.
With all I have. In the meantime, I have here a token of the goddess's mercy that I was bequeathed to... I was beseeched to bequeath one. Yeah, I can't remember how the line goes in Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mouth of Sauron. You may return this notebook to its rightful owner.
Kay's
I don't
promised
think
it.
Mouth of Sauron deserves an apology.
True.
It seems it was due to be sold in the auction. And with the name K written on its cover. Chairman Winner made the connection immediately and knew who it belonged to. It was the same name as in one of the letters, after all.
The letters he claimed to know nothing about? I suppose he insisted he didn't prepare them.
Yes. He also had something else to say.
He's a very mouthy one.
Apparently, he thought that Miss Faraday was after her notebook, and that Miss Ringer was after his life. And that their respective goals are what led them to cooperate and infiltrate the auction together.
Unfortunately for him, he misread the situation completely. It was all just happenstance. If Kay had known a defense attorney who was also a member of the committee, there's no way she wouldn't have told me. That just isn't like her.
Your belief in her is touching. While the notebook did become part of Chairman Winner's cover-up scheme, it is also a treasured possession of Miss Faraday's. Which is why I would like for her to have it back, as I am sure would the goddess.
Thank you.
I pray that it helps her to recover her lost memories.
Is everything all right?
Judge Gavelle wanted me to return something important to you.
Oh.
Oh.
Isn't that? Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers.
Daddy, I wrote them all down, Daddy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all my promises and be a real hero when I grow up, just like you. Oh, wait. I forgot to write one down. The most important promise of all. Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. I remembered it just how you said it, and now I'll never forget it.
Oh.
My heart.
Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. That's right, I have to try. I'm Kay Faraday, the great thief who'll do anything to get her hands on the truth. Second Yasugarasu and assistant to Mr. Edgeworth.
Hey!
There we go.
Kay, is that really you?
Can't say I'm not a little bit embarrassed, but... yeah, I'm back. And I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Edgeworth.
You know, you should be embarrassed. You've been working in pajamas for 2 days.
You never stopped helping me, even when I was totally lost and couldn't remember anything.
Thank goodness. You certainly seem to be back.
Okay, so this is the real you, huh? Welcome back. It's so good to know you better. I can sleep easy now. Now that you found it, don't you dare go losing that memory of yours again, young lady, you hear?
Now, never get concussed again. That's an order.
If you do, I will beat one into you myself.
Miss Needler, Dr. Hertz, thanks a lot for looking after me.
And if you really are better, how about you get out of that dang hospital, duds? Oh, yeah, I was really close for you. Here.
I thought they were with Detective Gumshoe.
I plead the 5th. No, that's my line read. I'm not explaining to you how I got these.
And did he happen to mention if forensics had found anything of note?
I didn't ask. Anyway, never mind that now. Put them on, Kay. I want to see.
Wait, what about her bandages? Surely it's too soon to remove them.
That's probably fine. Probably.
A couple of days.
She may have been taking a big old bump to the head, but she wasn't really hurt otherwise. Those bandages, yeah.
But then, why are the bandages in the first place?
Prevention is better than a cure. A stitch in time saves 9. Those are just a few of my mottos. You are insane.
I don't think that's how concussions work.
No,
Both of which sound like painfully annoying practices for your patients.
Agreed. Okay,
Also, I
Kay,
don't-
transformation time.
Yes, yes,
Also, I don't think that's how regaining memory from amnesia works.
No,
except
it's not.
for in fiction.
I didn't mention it because
It's fiction.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in fiction, it always works like this, though.
Yeah. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. Fits like a stolen glove.
That smile suits you better too,
Aw.
Aw.
as it always did.
Oh,
Uh, thanks to you too, Miss Von Karma. I'm so glad you showed up when you did.
You're going soft, friend.
I simply came when Scruffy asked me to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he'll be very happy to see that you're back to your old
stop
self.
being so tsundere, Francisca. You have feelings too.
Silence, fool!
Speaking of Gummy, where is he?
You know what? I'm just going to assume it was Clavier who yelled that from the basement. Stop speaking so soon, Francisca.
Silence, fool! Be quiet down there. Who knows?
Where is
You're not due for another few years.
Stop being so tsundere, Francisca. It doesn't suit you.
Be quiet down there. Perhaps the well of his devotion ran dry when a certain someone threw away his badge.
Detective Gumshoe.
Anyway, I have to be going. And I'll be taking those two with me.
Wait, what's gonna happen to them?
Murder. Acting as an accomplice in a murder and forging an autopsy report 18 years ago, their crimes can't be allowed to go unpunished. But the fact that the Celsius winner coerced them into cooperating will, of course, be taken into account.
Don't you worry about us, Kay. As long as Grandma and me are together, we'll be alright.
Except the back of her head.
And the
And
back
the
of her
side of
head.
mine. Yeah.
I mean, actually, she's just being slapped into the bun that she has on her head, so...
Whereas
Not that much
the old
damage.
bat is actually knocking the back of her head with a walking stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care, Kay Faraday, until we meet again. Which is probably in the next case, but you didn't hear that.
Which is next week.
So, Kay, I know you only just got your memory back, but I need to ask you some questions.
Sure, ask away.
What happened the day you lost your memory? What were you doing?
Vibing.
Let's see. Somebody asked me to meet them at Gourd Lake. I don't know who it was.
Larry.
So there I was, just looking up at the moon. The moon, pale in the sky, cries out for vengeance, just like in the Steel Samurai. Anyway, somebody in a red raincoat started walking toward me.
That was Zero.
They must have drugged me somehow, because that's when I fell unconscious.
What?
Might also explain the amnesia.
I'm not sure I follow. Kay was at Gourd Lake looking up at the moon.
Anyway, when I came to, I was on the roof of this building. I was in a daze and stumbling around up there when I saw the person in the red raincoat again, but they were lying on the ground.
And then I fell down the hole.
I was so surprised I stumbled backward and fell down a hole. And then I was falling and everything went dark. When I came to the second time, I couldn't remember anything. The person in the red raincoat, who in the world were they? I mean, it's got to be somebody different. The second time, because we know it was Rosie Ringer. I'm sure they were walking in midair. Thinking about it, it is making my head hurt.
Just breathe, Kay. You only just got your memory back. You're still confused. I imagine the root cause of your confusion is...
Your memories of two different
Memories from the... Yeah.
I imagine things are all mixed up
also
in
the
your...
fall.
Yeah, the fall.
Yeah, so that one.
All mixed up in your mind because you were at Gourd Lake one minute, and then at the top of the big building the next. And because you saw the moon in both locations, your mind blended your memories of the two together.
The brain isn't very good when it doesn't have like a transition period. That's why
Crunch.
Yeah, I will just say, well, Ebek is sorting the crunch. The brain has a sense of time within it. That's why when you fall asleep, you have a concept of time passing. But if you are rendered unconscious, either by traumatic reasons or by a general anesthetic, for example, your brain doesn't count time as passing. So it feels like when you wake up from that, it feels almost instantaneous kind of thing. And if it doesn't have that transition period, it goes, oh, what the fuck is going on here?
Also, brain can really mess up on its own with like the feeling of when in time something happened, which is why I personally buy into the explanation that deja vu is just your brain telling you that you've experienced something already.
A lot of time when I experience deja vu, it's because I've dreamed it or I've thought I've dreamed it before. I'm like, wait, I've seen this.
Yeah, same with me, and this is why I buy into the explanation that my brain tries to convince me that I did dream that.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh? But those are two totally different places. I know I was pretty out of it, but I don't think I could have gotten them confused that easily.
Blood drugs.
I believe these things on the roof may have made you more likely to become confused.
Take that!
Oh no, that also doesn't help.
There are two key similarities between the scenes down by Gold Lake and here on top of the big building. Cherry blossoms and food stands.
Wait, you're right!
Those similarities
hot dogs.
Those similarities are what caused your memories of both places to overlap. The person in the red raincoat wasn't walking in midair. They were walking towards you from across the park. But in your blurry memories, that same sight played out over the viewing platform instead.
No way! Who steals a great thief's memories, huh? That's just cheating.
Even still, this doesn't answer the question of who attacked Kay in the park. Was it the person in the red raincoat she saw? Do you hear that?
It sounds like it's coming from up in the storeroom. Come on, let's go. Take a look. Well, hooey! I smell another scoop in the outfit.
You're still here?
Oh, yes.
I left.
I've been here the whole time.
Yeah.
Do it.
Mr. Announcer Man!
Oh, David!
You have
April 6th. Oh, 9:53 a.m. 25th floor. I forgot I was... Again, I forgot I was doing it.
It's fine.
It's coming from this little gadget here, Mr. Edgeworth.
This transceiver. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
It's from the killer case, isn't it?
It's still going.
I'm no good with technology.
Come on, you have to pick up. Fine, I'll do it.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Edgeworth.
Kate, if you could refrain from answering strange calls for me. This is drifting.
Which one of me?
It is the killer.
Mr. Edgeworth, I presume.
I know that voice. Shelley the killer.
Congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? I'm sure you've noticed by now that there was a mastermind at work orchestrating the entire incident.
How do you even know about this case?
It was him.
That's not what's important right now. Let's focus on this certain individual for the time being, shall we?
I have indeed been wondering myself if somebody else could have been involved. If not, how is to explain the piece of evidence that proved so damning to Kay's case?
No way! an evil mastermind, but who?
Who indeed? Perhaps you could share your thoughts. What is the evidence in question that points to somebody else's involvement?
The letters.
Yeah.
Possibly the victim's letter.
Take that!
The letter Kay supposedly wrote to the victim.
Yeah, I don't remember ever writing that.
So, who did? Who would prepare such a thing? I know I'm not the only one who would like to know.
And how do we know it wasn't you?
Now, why would I do a thing like that?
For fun?
I
For
believe
shits
the
and giggles.
truth. I believe the truth can only fully come to light in a court of law. But since you've had your badge revoked, that's no longer an option. So, how will it all end? I, for one, will be watching from the sidelines with interest.
Even knows about my badge.
Oh, and one last thing. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Now, I bid thee farewell.
What the heck did you mean by the case hasn't been fully resolved? And why is he so interested in us, anyway? Ugh, everything's just one giant ball of mysteries.
It seems we've only scratched the surface of this case. But even without my badge, I'm going to carry on doing what I can. However, this ends one thing for certain. Come what may, I will expose the truth.
The end.
The end. We got there. Yeah, sorry it went over, guys, but we were so close to the end, it felt pointless to kind of start next session with just only about
That
to
makes
go.
sense.
So we're not going to hang around. What we're going to do is we're going to show the opening cutscene of the next case, then we're going to end it there and then. Yeah, that's what's going
Say
to
bye
go.
to the cast at least.
And say goodbye to the cast, of course. Turn out for the ages is the next episode. Let's see what the opening has to show. Yes, yeah, go on.
I know that silhouette.
Yeah, that's it as well. Turn out for the ages.
What? Godzilla?
Even better.
Two Godzillas.
No.
Oh gods.
Oh lord.
A big hot alien chick.
Huh.
She got her other horn back.
Well, now we
And,
know what the movie was all
that's
about.
the intro for the case. I want to thank the cast for joining us. I want to thank Burr.
Thank you.
I want to thank Divot.
Look out! It's legally distinct Godzilla.
I want to thank Drifting.
And I want to thank, what's his name, Withers from BG3 for my Shelly the Killer voice.
I want to thank Kay.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for the next case. It's real good.
The final case. And of course, I want to thank Laura.
We also get our Phoenix Wright cameo
Oh, good.
in this one. So
That man.
make sure you look.
Husband.
I want to thank Laura.
Oh god, I'm gonna transform now. Move Prism Power!
I want to
No
thank.
prison power.
I want to thank Lemming.
Dipping into my soundboard for this one.
Till next time, douche canoes!
I want to thank Mist. Okay.
Oh dear.
And I want to thank our special guest, ShadowPhoenixRider.
That was just a Barret of Hell roar. That was a Barret of Hell roar, honestly. It's
Yeah.
just Doom, man. It's just Doom.
Well, that's going to be it from us. Time for good night for the Silly Voices crew. I want to thank you. Good night, everyone. And remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can catch the next episode on Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye.
And be sure to stick around for the raid, anyone who's left over.